Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Test test. Test 1 2. Holy cow. Holy crew. Start off with this while people are trickling into stream.
Fucking you motherfucking animals! You
Let's go!
liberal, progressive, deranged fucking animals!
Test 1 2.
You are so hateful in your hearts to go out and shoot a young man who's never hurted anyone with Christian values, a young, beautiful family, a father, a husband, a friend, a son. You shot him!
Is audio
Why?
low for you guys?
Because you didn't agree with...
I feel like I need to watch my streams back more because I feel like my audio is a little bit lower than the outputting audio. Alright guys, this is a stream. By the way, this is a stream where chat is not on my screen because I haven't figured out how to do that overlay yet. Take advantage of that fact.
With his politics?
So we're gonna like take small nibbles of this story, and obviously this is going to be a big story, but we're seeing this TikTok reaction from someone, I don't know who it is, and they're acting like the entire left wing is responsible for the premature death of Charlie Kirk, the political assassination of Charlie Kirk. Let's run this back and really take our time and absorb everything that this person's putting out there.
You motherfucking animals! You liberal, progressive, deranged fucking animals! You are so hateful in your hearts to go out and shoot a young man who's never hurted anyone with Christian values.
Never hurted anyone, okay.
A young, beautiful family, a father, a husband, a friend, a son. You shot him! Why? Because you didn't agree with his politics? Because you didn't agree with his ideology? That's the reason!
Okay, who is she talking to? Did Antifa just show up at his rally and just like execute him cartel style? Like, what is she talking about? I thought it was like a lone shooter that got it done.
Why he deserves to die? You fucking animals!
Honestly though, like as far as TikTok content goes, this is S tier. Also, pretty nice car that she has. It's a cool interior, red leather seats. Okay, so what happened? I think that's a good place to start. What happened with poor old Charlie? Charlie Kirk shooting. Law enforcement asking for tips. Search underway for gunmen. Oh no, we're gonna have another Luigi Mangione moment here. Charlie Kirk, the conservative activist and founder of Turning Point USA, was shot and killed at a political event in Utah Wednesday afternoon. The 31-year-old activist, young, beautiful man, and close ally of President Donald Trump, was at Utah Valley University for the first stop of his American Comeback Tour. American Comeback Tour? I mean, shouldn't it have come back by now? Donald Trump's been president for 10 months. A person of interest who was taken into custody was released later on Wednesday, according to FBI Director Kash Patel. Don't worry, Kash Patel's on the case. Let's find out. What do you got, Fox News? Raw, unfiltered, nonstop news. It's either, oh, shit, it's actually live. It's either describing their new style or a porn star.
When this first took place, as it should be, and as the perimeter is growing because the individual is not in custody, and which each and every passing hour that perimeter continues to expand, if there is even a perimeter as we speak.
Okay, these people don't know anything. I just want to find like an actual recapping of the event. Okay, here we go.
Good evening. Tonight, a new chapter in this era of political violence. Conservative political activist Charlie Kirk is dead, assassinated while speaking on a college campus in Utah.
Guys, I have to say, if you're going to get shot, the neck is a bad place to get shot. Like, you should have chosen a different part.
These videos capture the chaos in the crowd as at least one gunshot rang out, striking Kirk near his neck.
Okay, come on. You can show us the video. Just, like, blur it.
It happened in broad daylight in front of a large crowd of thousands. Kirk had been talking about mass shootings when the shot was fired. Little is known about the shooter.
This is not a funny situation.
But moments ago, authorities said they have a person of interest.
Okay, come on. Show us the actual thing that happened. Charlie, I mean, it's going to be blurred, so this isn't going to be TOS, but Charlie Kirk shooting video. Live updates, graphic video of Kirk shooting was everywhere online. Okay, so we can look at the live coverage. We'll look at the AP News article. He's so young. The title of this article is Graphic Video of Kirk Shooting Was Everywhere Online, and you don't have the freaking video of it.
Set up because with their sort of arms by their side.
Charlie Kirk shooting witnesses says she saw blood pouring out everywhere. Videos capture, then that's the New York Times. Charlie Kirk shot and killed.
Patel has just posted that the president 30 called the American Comeback Tour. The 31-year-old conservative star who rallied young people behind President Trump. He just started talking there under that white tent when witnesses say one shot rang out.
I hate the news editorializing everything. You have the video, just play the video. You paid money for the video, just use it. You don't have to say what happened in the video. Okay, this is Charlie Kirk shooting. Oh my god, dude. I'm gonna have to go to like some fucking like Reddit or Instagram or TikTok or X or whatever. X. Alright, let's look this up. Although you can actually get gore on X, so it's a little bit fucked up. Charlie Kirk shooting. Hopefully it's blurred. Maybe I should be doing this off screen. Yeah, maybe. Actually, I'm gonna be doing it off screen. Charlie Kirk shooting. Family video. I saw it earlier. Is it gone? Are they taking it off? Kirk is polarizing. I just want to see what he's actually talking about before it happens. Oh, fuck. Okay, that's actually graphic. I'm not going to show that on screen because it's not blurred. But yeah, he was shot in the neck. Okay, yeah, dude, Twitter's so fucked up. Like, I saw a video where it was blurred. Okay, please tell me that this one's blurred so I can show. Bro! Okay, these like, I don't think... I don't know, hot take. I don't think you should be able to like find videos, like totally unblurred graphic videos of people being shot in the fucking neck on Twitter. That's actually so fucked up. What the hell? Okay, I don't think this... Okay, this doesn't show anything. Let's listen to the audio on this. I just want to like get what he was saying before it happened. I don't need to see like the play-by-play. Wait, what the hell? What happened? All right, while I'm looking at it, let's take it away, Dean. Play this.
He got shot at an event that he was hosting in Utah. And I am sad, distraught. In fact, I just cried on my live stream in front of 250,000 people. My goal in this video is to tell you why I feel this way. If you want to end gun violence, it is something that you can never celebrate. It is always disgusting, always vile, and always abhorrent. It should come as no shock to yourself when I tell you that I think Charlie Kirk was a bad person. I've made that very clear over the last year, but does that mean I think he deserves to lose his life? No. Does that mean I think his 2 young children who were in attendance at the event where he was shot deserve to watch their father die? No. Does that mean I think they deserve to grow up without him? No. Does that mean I think that his wife, who was also there, deserved to lose her husband? No. And honestly, if you answered yes to any of those questions, there's a very clear line drawn between me and you. I don't want your support, and I don't support you either. We as a collective need to end gun violence. And if that phrase is negotiable for you, I believe that you're in the wrong. My thoughts and prayers go out to Charlie Kirk's friends, family, children, loved
Bro, are you fucking kidding me? Your thoughts and prayers go out to his family? Look, there's a difference between saying like, oh yeah, political violence isn't a good thing, and saying my thoughts and prayers go out to his family. Are you kidding me, dude? Why? Why do your thoughts and prayers go out to his family? Thoughts and prayers, it's become a meme on like liberal and leftist circles because it's what conservatives say as a substitute for actually trying to do anything to stop gun violence. Why do your thoughts and prayers go out to his family? Just be like, we should stop this kind of gun violence. Dude, Charlie Kirk's a piece of shit that literally advocated for gun violence in this country. Okay, so there's some video here. I'm just gonna play the audio of it so we can listen to what he's talking about.
It's 5. Okay, now 5 is a lot, right? I'm gonna give you some credit. Do you know how many mass shooters there have been in America?
So he says, do you know how many mass shooters there have been in America? And I think like he says this year.
Over the last 10 years.
Do you know how many mass shooters there has been in America over the last 10 years? This was okay, and let's see. Oh yeah, there's blood in this video, so we'll just listen to the audio. So they say, do you know how many mass shooters there has been in America over the last 10 years? And then he responds, are we talking gang related or gang unrelated? Like, he is an advocate for mass shootings, and he chalks it up to like black on black crime, or it's just gang related. So like a good law abiding citizen isn't going to be a victim of this.
It's 5. Okay, now 5 is a lot, right? I'm gonna give you some credit. Do you know how many mass shooters there have been in America over the last 10 years?
Counting or not counting gang violence?
Counting or not counting gang violence. Ironically enough, this is not counting as a mass shooting because I'm pretty sure the definition of mass shooting is 4 or more casualties, wounded or deaths.
Great.
All right, let's remember this back one more time.
It's 5. Okay, now 5 is a lot, right? I'm gonna give you some credit. Do you know how many mass shooters there have been in America over the last 10 years?
Counting or not counting gang violence?
Great.
So that's pretty fucked up. Okay, so we'll talk a little bit more about this Dean video, but I want to cover something else. It's like a step back.
The first student.
Go back 2 weeks ago. Wait, the witnesses described screen before and after Charlie Kirk shot. Okay, who cares? So we'll find this later. Charlie Kirk is dead. This is what I wanted to talk about.
All right, Corn Hoggard is on the ground. And Corn, we were just talking about kids and their parents being reunited. What have you got?
Story, so. See this happening behind me right now. We've seen dozens of families leaving here after this, and you know, it feels a little intrusive to try to go up there and talk to them, but I did ask one person who is a neighbor to my brother if, you know, everybody was okay, and she told me, well, everybody here, but not everybody. And you know, she kept walking after that, but you can see there are a lot of, you know, somber faces here. We saw some children who were clearly shaken up by what, you know, they witnessed, whether it was something they saw or heard or both. Very very troublesome thing for anyone to experience, but especially a child of this age to go through that is pretty tough. And so a lot of these kids walking out of here with really, you can see right here just a grim look on his face, and being supported by parents and family members, and not a good situation for these kids today. So I mentioned earlier, this is a K through 8 school. They were, most of them had a mass this morning as this was going on. Again, do not know details of where in the school or outside of the school this happened, but it's something that everybody in this neighborhood for blocks and blocks could hear. Our own Alex Kendall, our old AM anchor here, lives just a little ways away, and she told me she heard it as well. All my brother's neighbors told me that they heard just a lot of gunfire, so much that they didn't even believe that that's what it was, that it had to be somebody working on their roof or something like that. But again, we're seeing all these children and their families coming out here, very emotional, but at least for these families, it seems their kids are okay. But again, the one parent I did manage to talk to, who is a neighbor of my brother, said that not everybody is.
Yeah, not everyone's okay. There were 29 casualties, 2 deaths on
so
that
many
school shooting, which was the first day of school, and it was kids literally praying, literally doing what Charlie Kirk is an advocate of, being a Christian, going to Catholic school, and then they got killed. And that is something, and we'll get into this later, but that's something that Charlie Kirk is an advocate of. Gun violence for the sake of having guns for people.
Stories are now emerging of the panicked moments inside that church, and also the bravery of everyone who was inside that church as well. We're joined now by 13-year-old Javen Willis. He's an 8th grader at Annunciation. He's with us along with his mother, Melissa. Javen, let me start with you. I know you've been at Annunciation for a number of years now. You're in Mass yesterday with your buddy, and all of a sudden you hear those shots ring out. What did you do then, Javen?
Well, right when I heard the shots, I knew something was off. I didn't think that they would have, a lot of my classmates thought it was confetti and fireworks, but I didn't think they would have that during the middle of the church service. So honestly, it was just, at that point, I was like, I want to try to keep everybody as safe as possible. So I told me and my 2 buddies to get down and to get under the pew. And right when I told them that, it was like a state of shock for me, and I knew that I had to try to keep as many people around me as I could safe.
While you're down there on the floor, keeping yourself safe, keeping your buddies safe, what was going through your mind?
Well, right when it happened, I dropped down under the pew, like I said, and I prayed. I said my few prayers, and then I realized, I can't just sit here and focus on myself, knowing that with God on my side, I would be fine. So I tried to just go and help out my fellow classmates, try to keep them calm and safe, and let them know that they'll be okay.
You're a young man of great faith.
This is the country that Charlie Kirk is responsible for building. This is his preferred country. This is a fact of life now, which is something that Charlie Kirk was an advocate of.
Well, we just got into Mass, and it was like 3 minutes after. It was very scary. It was like my friend got shot in the back. He's in the hospital right now. It was super scary because we've never practiced it in the church. We've only practiced it in the main school. So we really didn't know what to do. We just got into the pews.
They never practiced surviving a mass shooting in the actual chapel. They only practiced it in their classrooms. So fucked up this country is, which is exactly the type of country Charlie Kirk wanted to have happen. Gun violence in schools is an unfortunate byproduct of the types of policies that he's an advocate of.
And he shot through the stained glass windows. Yeah.
And did you ever see him?
My friend ran, someone helped him run out. He saw him. He was wearing all all black, and he had a ski mask on.
So it just shot through the windows and never came inside?
I don't think so. I mean, I was down, so I didn't really look up. I mean, he shot through the stained glass windows, so they're probably ruined. And
But do you have friends that got hit by bullets?
yeah, my best friend did. I think he's gonna be okay. And then my friend, he was like laying on top of me, like making sure I was safe, and he got hit. So that was really brave of him.
And you have a neck on your neck?
Yeah, that was, I don't even know what it's from. Kind of looks like debris or something.
But that came from during this?
Yeah.
How are you feeling? You seem pretty put together here, but it's got to be tough.
Yeah, I'm just like confused kinda, because I never thought it would happen, and it just happened. So like, just kind of crazy. Well, we just got in.
Okay. So let's go to, let's go to these ones.
The Second Amendment to protect our other God-given rights.
Holy shit, Instagram
that is a
player
prudent
sucks.
deal. It is rational. Nobody talks like that. We should have an honest and clear reductionist view of gun violence, but we should not have a utopian one. You will never live in a society when you have an armed citizenry and you won't have a single gun death. That is nonsense. It's drivel. But I think it's worth it. I think it's worth to have a cost of, unfortunately, some gun deaths every single year so that we can have the Second Amendment to protect our other God-given rights. That is a prudent deal. It is rational. Nobody talks like that. We should.
So yeah, the deal is let's sacrifice some lives so that I can maintain my payment from the NRA and maintain being a mouthpiece for these conservatives that are advocates of guns. Let me just serve big gun, and if some people die, like, oh well, whatever. That's unfortunate, but it's rational. That's Charlie Kirk. Okay.
So this morning, we don't have much to say, but I will say a little bit. First of all, this is just a horrific situation. Minneapolis Police Department say the Annunciation Catholic school shooter was contained and is no longer an active threat to the community. The FBI is also on the scene. Witnesses heard a tremendous amount of gunfire. The school includes children to 8th grade, and Mass held every Wednesday morning. This is the first week of school. Pray for all those involved. There's a lot that we need to learn about this. This is demonic. There is no other word for it. And to target a church, to target Mass, and to go kill children, I mean, that is as dark and as evil and as satanic as you could possibly capture and imagine. And that is nihilism in its purest form. Children were praying and taking Mass, and this guy goes and just starts randomly shooting at them. I will say, from my theological view, we know where he is, and he is in the place that he belongs.
Thank you for the super chat. Chat, you guys can read that one.
From outside the building, he just sprayed through the windows, and he obviously ended up killing himself. A couple kids have died, and probably, we do not know the tally as it's coming through. 2 kids are still in critical condition, and he took his own life. No, it's a terrible situation. I wish I had more commentary to say here. And 5 are still in the hospital right now, and so those are the ones that you should be praying for. So a bunch of 8, 9, and 10-year-olds go to Mass, and they are greeted with gunfire and a beyond sick and disturbed individual that tried to kill them all, and then ended up taking his own life at Annunciation Catholic in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Had a rifle, a shotgun, and a pistol. Look, there's plenty of time to talk about what we need to do, such as hardening our schools and our churches and having armed guards, all that. We have plenty of time to discuss that. The more important kind of component of this is just staying in prayer and monitoring and watching the situation as it develops. The police chief gave an update. The parents are...
So let's just take a point-by-point examination of how Charlie Kirk is reacting to mass shootings. It's demonic. This person is disturbed. It's like completely evil. So just lamenting the vague evilness of the shooting. Then he blames the victims for not being hardened enough. They needed to increase their security. They needed to beef up their own weaponry and just like have a better surveillance program to avoid this happening. Then he talks about how, what does he say?
And then ended up taking his own life at Annunciation Catholic in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Had a rifle, a shotgun, and a pistol. Look, there's plenty of time to talk about what we need to do, such as hardening our schools and our churches and having armed guards, all that. We have plenty of time to discuss that. The more important kind of component of this is just staying in prayer.
And then he says, let's just stay in prayer. Why try to figure out what happened here and try to like prevent it from occurring more, other than the prevention of the people in the school are to blame for being victimized? They should have had enough strength of arms and security to not be victimized by a lone shooter. And there's nothing to do but pray here. There's actually nothing to do but pray in this situation.
And monitoring and watching the situation as it develops. The police chief gave an update. The parents are scattering and finally have been able to get their children. No, and as a parent, this is just obviously everyone's worst nightmare imaginable. And 2 dead, Fox saying, and 2 in critical condition. We'll have more updates as time progresses. Okay, everybody, email us freedom@charliekirk.com, and we are here at the bitcoin.com studio. I want to make sure that we did that and that we keep our eyes closely on that.
2 dead, 2 in critical condition. Okay, guys, we're presented by bitcoin.com, and you can email us at thecharliekirkshow.com. Like, what the fuck? This is soulless, man. He has his pre-prepared response. Well, we'll find out. I mean, it's horrible, it's evil, 2 in critical condition. Let's just, thoughts and prayers. Maybe they should have had more guns. The solution to gun violence for these conservatives is always more guns. Me out. Thank you for the 10 gifted subs.
As that story, that terrible, horrific story develops, that madman could have killed 20 or 30 kids. It's terrible he killed 3. He started shooting from outside the building, and whoever that is, he is getting his punishment. And I got to be honest that if you're an atheist and you don't believe in the afterlife, and you don't believe in eternal punishment, I can see why that would be unsettling. It's still obviously incredibly unsettling for us.
What? Wait, did he actually just say, like, if you're an atheist, I can see why a school shooting would be unsettling? Dude, like, I know it's a meme where people are like, oh yeah, religious people only aren't pedophiles and they only don't murder people because of fear of God. But he's actually saying, like, if you don't believe in God, like, school shootings are unsettling? Holy shit, what a fucking psychopath. Not to speak ill of the dead, but I guess he doesn't care. He's off in heaven, right?
Believe in the afterlife. And you don't.
What the fuck?
Studio,
that was cursed,
I want to make
man.
sure that we did that and that we keep our eyes closely on that as that story, that terrible, horrific story develops. That madman could have killed 20 or 30 kids. It's terrible he killed 3. He started shooting from outside the building, and whoever that is, he is getting his punishment. And I got to be honest that if you're an atheist and you don't believe in the afterlife, and you don't believe in eternal punishment, I can see why that would be unsettling.
He's not even saying, believe in heaven, believe that these kids are in a better place. He's saying, if you don't believe in eternal punishment, it's going to be unsettling. So it's not like, oh, these kids are in a better place, so I feel better about it. It's that, oh, the shooter's not burning in hell forever, so I feel worse because he's not getting eternally punished.
It's still obviously incredibly unsettling for us. But there is something to say that he is getting his eternal punishment, that he more than deserves. He is suffering.
Dude, holy shit. No thought about these kids at all. 2 kids were fucking killed. They were shot. They were murdered. And then, like, there's 29 people that were casualties of it. They got injured. They got shot. And he's like, well, it brings me some joy that the person killed themselves and he's burning in eternal hell. Obviously, if you're an atheist, that's unsettling. But, like, I believe in eternal damnation. So, like, I'm getting some joy out of this. This guy's a freak, man. So glad I don't cover him.
As he should. Play cut 383, please.
The question was, what can be said about the shooter? We believe it is one suspect, a sole shooter. We believe he is deceased. He is in his early 20s, does not have an extensive known criminal history, and we are looking through information left behind to try and determine some type of motive.
Shooter, a student, former student, was he a former employee? Do we know that?
The question was, we know if the shooter was a former school employee or a former student. We don't have that information.
We don't have a lot of information. We're going to cover it throughout the hour as things develop. There is one thing, though, that before the whole push for gun control, which obviously is going to start, we don't even want to, it's just like it's too soon to get into that. We would have a lot less gun crime with universal stop and frisk and mandatory 25-year prison sentences for
Oh yeah, that's what we need. We need an authoritarian fucking police state to stop and frisk anyone that they think looks slightly suspicious. That's what we need. Great job, Charlie Kirk. Holy shit. Oh yeah, we shouldn't actually like get into any of this gun control stuff. It's too soon for that. Dude, Dean Withers, why are you crying? Charlie Kirk said it's too soon to talk about gun control after someone gets killed.
Any felon caught possessing an illegal gun. The Democrats are now going to roll out their usual...
Oh yeah, just stop and frisk the people that look like felons. I can't believe... Dude, these people are so fucking stupid. They're like conservatives. They recognize that like communist social service ideas are good, like reducing the cost of healthcare, giving people free education, stopping people from having guns, like stopping bad people from having guns, and even good people from having guns, because good people guns end up in the hands of bad people. Also, there's like, if you have a gun in your house, the likelihood of you shooting someone in your house or someone in your house being shot increases by like 100%. So his advocacy isn't that we should have gun control, which would reduce the amount of guns in the hands of bad guys. I'll use the conservative terminology. But it's that we should just like increase the fucking authoritarian police state of Donald Trump to stop and frisk anyone that looks suspicious. Once again, a way to like punish marginalized minority groups. Oh my god, man. So yeah, he's in favor of gun control as long as it's the groups of people he doesn't like getting their guns controlled.
Talking points, we're going to have to respond. And it's too bad, but stop and frisk and mandatory 25-year prison sentences for any felon caught possessing an illegal gun. The Democrats are now going to roll out their usual talking points. We're going to have to respond. And it's too bad, but because of the sickness and the demonic nature that has infected our nation, churches, synagogues, and schools all need armed guards. That's the country we're living in, is that churches, synagogues, and schools, anywhere there's places of value, you need armed guards. I know that some people don't like that. They say, I don't know.
Just let it be known, Charlie Kirk walks around with an armed security team.
You got to protect what you love. I mean, we have armed guards at sporting events. I just went to the Arizona Diamondbacks game and the Chicago Cubs game. There are armed guards everywhere. In some ways, it's a tough kind of pill to stomach. It's a tough truth to have to endure, because not everyone wants to live in that kind of a country where you have to have it. But we have them at airports, we have them at banks, we have them at train stations, we have them at bus stations. And
yeah, instead of practicing some like common sense gun control, and I think common sense gun control is basically being like, unless it's a hunting rifle, you can't own a gun. That's what I think common sense gun control should be. But instead of enacting that, then you should just have armed guards. Just have a complete police state where no one can get anywhere without going through armed guards or randomly getting stopped and frisked by like roaming marine patrols throughout big cities.
We're still going to learn whether anyone has said whether or not the people on site were armed. He took his own life. Again, we're all just speculating at this point, but I just want to repeat something that we all know. At its core, we are in the middle of a spiritual battle in this country. This is a spiritual sickness. By the way, kids are infinitely more valuable than money in a bank, but we protect money in a bank way higher threshold than kids in a school. Play cut 386.
The shooter was armed with a rifle, a shotgun, and a pistol.
We protect money in the bank way more than kids in a school. That's true, and let's just be honest, Charlie Kirk is advocating for these kids to be killed because he's paid to advocate for these kids to be killed.
This was a deliberate act of violence against innocent children. I'm
honestly kind of surprised his YouTube channel isn't privated.
People worshiping. The sheer throughout the
out a firearm into basically. And look, the direction we're going is that America is going to be turned into basically a South African compound. That's the direction we're going. Is that you should not leave the house without a firearm or at least an armed guard around. That is the direction that we are going. Play cut 387.
2 young children, ages 8 and 10, were killed where they sat in the pews. Their parents have been notified. 17 other people were injured, 14 of them being children. 2 of those children are in critical condition. The coward who fired these shots
were brought in as critical condition. 4 required operating room, no fatalities. 9 out of the 11 patients were kids between 6 and 14 years.
Okay. Hopefully I didn't blow out your eardrums here. How I believe in God after a shooting and the problem with atheism. Okay, guys, I know that America is going through a difficult time right now. But we are going to have our shining beacon, our light in the darkness, Charlie Kirk, lead us through how to get over a school, not a school shooting, a shooting. Okay? If anyone's struggling with their belief in God in the face of this tragic loss of life, this is for you.
So we are monitoring this terrible situation in Minneapolis and trying to monitor the live breaking developments. Somebody emailed us, freedom@charliekirk.com. See, Charlie, this is why I can't believe in God. How could you believe in God after?
That's not a real email.
This. It's a very important question. I don't want to be immediately dismissive. So let's first go to what we as Christians or Jews, but what ethical monotheists, we have the problem of evil.
Christians or Jews, the two big monotheistic religions in the world. Okay, yeah. You're leaving out the big one, Charlie. Christians or Jews, ethical monotheists. Just love that casual Islamophobia in the segment where he's defending belief in God after a shooting.
Atheists have evil no problem. You see, on the atheist side, they can't say that evil actually exists because without God, if God does not exist, then we are nothing more than just a clump of cells, and there is no such thing as evil. You only know something is evil if you have good to compare it to. You only know something is right.
Is this just going to be apologetics? Is this just going to be him trotting out the old, oh well, if you look at the trees, if you look at the probability that we live in a planet that is tuned exactly to the atmospheric conditions we need for life to exist, is this just going to be him like pulling out the same old tired pro-God talking points?
Because you have a standard of right. For example, if I have a piece of paper and I draw a crooked line.
How do you not have a piece of paper?
Let's just see here. I wish I had a Sharpie here. Maybe I do. Yeah, I do. And I have a crooked line. Okay. Here's my crooked line. How great is that? Put it in the Louvre.
It's not.
How do you know this line is?
That's not a crooked line. That's a squiggle.
Crooked.
It's literally not crooked. What are you talking about? A crooked line means something relative to straight. It's slightly off.
How do you know? It was just a line, right? But you immediately look at it, you say, that's a crooked, squiggly line. Only because the idea of something squiggly is a social construct which we assigned an enunciation value to. We're like, oh yeah, that's squiggly because we can recognize that that's like an artifact of our society, and we're like, when it has a certain amount of curvature, we identify that as squiggly. That's how language exists, dude. Because
it's because God instructs my underlying basis of knowledge. It's my metaphorical substrate of my ethos.
In your mind, you know what a straight line is.
Now that's a crooked line.
There, you see a crooked line, you're immediately comparing it to the contrast of a perfect straight line. The same happens in...
No, you're not. You can have two different concepts of one concept of a squiggle and one concept of straight, and understand those two without having to compare squiggle to straight. You drew a squiggly line instead of a crooked line, and you realize dude, how the fuck do you fuck up this analogy? You're like, okay, good, you need to understand good so you can compare it to evil, right? That's what he's trying to do. And then he just use the light and the darkness thing. There can't be light without shadow. There can't be happiness without sorrow. This is such a tired trope that has been played to death in medium throughout the entire fucking world. And you fuck it up and you're like, I'm gonna draw a crooked line. It's a squiggle. So he goes to squiggle, and then he's like, you have to compare a squiggle to a straight line. No, you don't. Squiggle can exist on itself. Crooked is definitionally in relation to being straight. It's slightly off kilter. So yes, the straight and crooked analogy would work, even though it's the shittiest possible analogy. If you're talking about there can't be good without evil, and there can't be evil without good. Holy shit, dude. How, man, this guy did not care about his show at all. Like, he's just phoning it in.
Morality and ethics. We only know that something is evil and wrong because we have a transcendent standard to compare it to. If you do not believe in God, it is not right and wrong. It's nothing more than preferences. Now, in my theology, I believe that you're able to choose. Other Christians do not have the belief as much in free will. They sort of do. It's hotly debated. I do believe that we have agency. We have the ability to choose. We have free will. And that individual woke up with the free will and used that free will to murder 2 kids. That's evil. And we know it's evil
Okay, so he's like, you can't have evil without goodness, and you can't have goodness without evil. Now, I also happen to believe in free will, and he had the free will to do an evil thing. Okay, like, you can believe in free will without also believing in God.
because we are appealing towards a transcendent truth standard. And this is a principle also shared by Jews and Christians alike.
This is so fucking stupid. So what has Charlie Kirk been doing in relation to the Annunciation shooter? Thoughts and prayers, thoughts and prayers, thoughts and prayers. This isn't a good time to talk about gun control. We actually need more guns. Charlie Kirk had armed security at the event in Utah. Maybe he needed Trump's authoritarian guard, like ICE agents or Marines or National Guard, to just do random stop and frisks, right? Maybe he needed that. Maybe that would have saved him. If he did have his authoritarian dystopian dream country where they had armed guards, armed soldiers in the streets, randomly stopping and frisking people that they think look suspicious. Maybe that would have worked. Justifying people owning more guns, justifying not talking about any form of gun control, saying that the person that did the crime was just mentally disturbed, and there's really no solution to that, so we just need to have more guns, more authoritarian aspects of our country to, like, kill these people, you know? Then, because, like, so this is the thing. He advocates for a system that is inherently self-destructive. He's an advocate of more guns in the country, but the more guns there are in the country, the more shootings there are in the country. And every time a shooting comes out, it's his job to try to assuage his audience's fears and return them to the median, and his show's median is more guns is a good thing. So what does he do? He says that, well, to prevent shooting, you need more guns. We need to believe in God, too, because God's a great way to justify mass shootings. Well, at least the shooter's burning in hell. Strange that he didn't say the children are in heaven, but he said that the fact that shooter's burning in hell gives him some kind of pleasure out of it. Weird thing to say there. And then he also says that, like, oh, well, like, I still believe in God. So comforting his audience, telling them to buy more guns, and comforting his audience, telling them to believe in God still. That's the type of rhetoric we're getting from Charlie Kirk when a shooting happens. I mean, you're not gonna, like, talk at all about the kids and how tragic it is. I know you said it's evil and it's like a demonic thing that happened, but these kids were interviewed. You can give a little bit more heartfelt of a coverage of a fucking church full of kids getting shot.
But also understand this, and I got this from Dennis Prager. We as Christians, or Jews, we have to explain the problem of evil. We also have to explain natural disasters. That's a toughie. Atheists, they have to explain everything else. If you are out there and you look at this and you are angry and you are mad and you are upset at this horrific act of evil, I would just say, how do you know it's evil? By what standard do you know is it evil? And you know it because you're appealing to Christian ethics or Jewish ethics or Judeo-Christian ethics in that regard. Secondly, the atheist has to explain everything else around us. They have to explain life. They have to explain the longest.
In a segment about why you still believe in God after a school shooting, you're like, well, atheists have to explain life?
Sentence of
did his parents never give him the sex talk?
Recorded, which is DNA. They have to explain the fine-tuning of the universe. They have to explain why the earth exists. They have to explain physics. They have to explain the laws of reason. They have to explain the law of thermodynamics. They have to explain it all, and they have to say, oh, it's all just an act of randomness. But if it's all just an act of randomness, then morality is just random. And isn't it interesting that this shooter, we know nothing about the shooter except early 20s, and I'm sure this guy is or gal, but likely a gal, as sick, twisted, awful, demonic as possible. It's a guy, got it. This guy who is now dead, who could have killed a lot more, was...
Bro, this is so boring. This is mind-numbing. Who listens to this?
Only expressing an existential emptiness. Why was this guy drawn to a church to murder young people at mass? And so while that email is well received, Charlie, how could you believe in God after this? The question that I would respond is, well, how can you not believe in a God that created the heavens and the earth? The problem of evil has
I need some kind of music where I can just play it and have Charlie slowly start to like drone on in the background, like the effect in a movie where someone's like just zoning out. These comments are way more entertaining than Charlie Kirk. Charlie, I'm a big fan of yours, but every time you speak about atheism, you prove how little you actually know what we do and do not believe. My brother, I can't wait to see you and hug you in the kingdom. We will rejoice in the presence of our God soon. Love you, my brother. What a profession of faith to make, not knowing that 2 weeks later the Lord would call him home. We love you, Charlie, and we know you are now in glory. He literally just said in this video that he believes in free will. That would definitionally make it that the Lord was not calling him home. Hold on. Charlie Kirk, when can we use guns? Charlie Kirk once faced question about gun violence in Idaho. Give me a video, you little bitch. Yes, there we go. 4 minutes.
Right now, the most important coming from the White House, the President of the United States, post on...
Guard. Guess she's not a guard, she's a camera woman. Well, there's 3 guards right there.
Truth Social, Andrew Rafferty.
Yeah, Del, this was just a few...
Scripps News? What the hell is this? Is this like some kind of religious thing?
In an
unseen organized scribe and offering their prayers, asking, and those months officials will all end announcement just within the past 10 minutes here, Del and Andrew.
That's not what I was trying to find. Charlie Kirk, what we know about the fatal shooting, gun control laws would not have prevented. I love how this is being declared. When can we use violence? Ooh, the far right response to Charlie Kirk. I do need to look up some hogs on TikTok. It's just getting. You can't find anything in Charlie Kirk's past. War is here. The far right response to Charlie Kirk shooting with calls for violence. Ooh. I'm gonna sign into the Wired. Called for vengeance following the death of conservative activist Charlie Kirk. Okay, hold on. We need to look up TikTok videos. TikTok. Charlie Kirk. What? I don't care. Videos. Do I have to sign in? Log in. Oh, God. Fucking shit. Okay. Charlie Kirk TikTok.
University. The university saying in a statement that
Come on, show me some more people. Whoa, this guy's face is super red.
This is such bullshit. I've never been so pissed in my whole life. And this murder Charlie Kirk right here in Utah. I'm so freaking pissed right now. This is bullshit. I just saw blood squirting out of his neck. I love that guy. He would have been our next president. I am so pissed right now. Why do they always come with fucking violence? Gosh damn it. Use your freaking words as they're talking to you people. Who shot Charlie Kirk? I'm driving in a Provo right now. I'm so pissed. Yeah.
Bro, why is he acting like the presents that he was expecting from Santa got lost? What the? He's mad that Charlie Kirk died instead of like sad about it? Man, brother. Okay, no. No TOS, no TOS. Come on, give me more conservatives. What's this?
I found out about Charlie Kirk a few months ago, and I'll be honest, I'm absolutely fascinated by him because I don't think I've ever seen somebody.
What strikes
Man, Charlie Kirk was a
Charlie
good
Kirk
lol
a few
cow.
months ago,
Every now and then he was pretty good. Come on, where's where more? I need more conservatives. I need more conservatives freaking out.
This is such bullshit. I've never been so pissed in my whole life. And this murder Charlie Kirk right here in Utah.
Utah Valley University. Charlie Kirk. Ah, man. Okay, well, so let's stop this. Charlie Kirk, dead Dean Withers. Let's see Dean's reaction about this.
Listen. His kids don't fucking deserve that, man. His wife and children were in attendance, dude.
Oh, Alex Jones?
Imagine, imagine being a 12-year-old, watching your dad fucking die.
Not good. It's not good. Wait, that's it? 50 seconds? Oh my god, Alex Jones looks like shit. He looks so bad. Alright, thank you for the Alex Jones video. I'm not gonna watch 6 minutes of this, man.
I'm not somebody that cries easily.
Yeah, you are. What do you mean? Your emotions are all over the place because of the testosterone.
In this parking lot, going home.
Holy shit, he does not look good, man. His face looks like it was sculpted out of mashed potatoes.
I started crying a few months ago. Charlie Kirk was a really sweet person. I first met him back in 2016 at the RNC in Cleveland. He was so young. Okay, maybe like 20-something years old then, so happy, so full of life. He had big plans. How he was going to galvanize all the kids on campuses to vote Republican, wake them up to communism. And they killed him today with a high...
Did he just say wake them up to communism?
So full of life. He had big plans. How he was going to galvanize all the kids on campuses to vote Republican, wake them up to communism. And they killed him today with a high-powered rifle. Classic stuff. It's like crooks in Pennsylvania running around the roof. Nobody's doing anything. And they shot him and killed him. And the left's celebrating it. And all the Democrats calling for violence. Just everything else is just sick.
What are you talking about? Where are the Democrats calling for violence? Dude, this is so boring. Holy shit.
Filth. But you know, Charlie Kirk really is a hero.
You get out of your car, you fucking... Do you know better than that? Honestly, the guy we saw on TikTok whose face was as red as his shirt was more entertaining than Alex fucking Jones. He's so sad now. Just go off in a corner and be quiet until you perish. Like, why do we need to listen to this man? He's just lost all of the sauce. He's lost all of his money. This woman's more entertaining. He's been usurped. His entertainment value has completely diminished. Right. But I do, that being said, I do kind of want to see some more, I do want to see some more reaction videos. Because it is pretty interesting. Oh yeah, this is pretty good. 2 months ago, let's listen to Charlie Kirk's advice to a 14-year-old. Majority Report, shout out.
Charlie Kirk's
in high school, and I was wondering, as someone who has like a different opinion on college, what would you say the pros and cons are? Because I'm interested in political journalism, and what would your advice be?
Yes,
Can you pause it right
let me
there?
also speak to some of the young ladies here in high.
Just for a sec. Okay, so this is when you're going to a leadership conference, this is a normal question to ask. This is a subject I'm interested in. This is presenting itself as something to empower women. How you say that college is a scam? He will repeat that in just a second. But how can I become a political journalist if you're saying that you have a different opinion on college? What are your thoughts?
And just a reminder, Charlie Kirk didn't go to college because a billionaire, I think Bill Montgomery, a guy who later died from COVID, I think that's the one who convinced him to forego college and become a propagandist for billionaires to get their taxes down.
Right. This is his reaction to that question.
What would you say the pros and cons are? Because I'm interested in political journalism, and what would your advice be?
Yes, so let me also speak to some of the young ladies here in high school where your top, who's here where your top priority? Your top priority is get married and have kids. Raise your hand. Okay.
Ew.
Interestingly, I think there is an argument to bring back the MRS degree. And no, seriously. And just be clear, that's why you're going to college, right? Don't lie to yourself. Like, don't I'm studying sociology.
So in case people are a bit confused, an MRS degree, I thought maybe he meant like major in religious studies.
I looked it up.
He means become a wife.
Mrs.
Studying sociology. No, you're not. We know why you're here. And that's okay, actually. And that's a really good reason to go to college, actually, especially an SEC school. Like, you will find a husband if you have the intent to find a husband at Ole Miss. Like, it's just gonna happen, okay? Or wherever. Yeah, there you go, see? Or at University of Alabama. But there you go. But I always laugh because, and by the way, we should bring back the celebration of the MRS degree, which is, no, serious. I mean, if you think about it, like, I say college is a scam, but if you're gonna find your life partner, like, that's actually a really good reason to go to college.
The MRS degree.
You have a bunch of people that are single.
As opposed to the...
Okay, so yeah, you should go to college if you're a woman to fucking get laid and then, marry someone. Just marry someone.
The Second Amendment protects all the other amendments. That's a fact. And there is a cost to any form of liberty. That's a fact. If you have cars, you get 50,000 auto fatalities every single year. If you have planes, you're going to have some planes crash. You have the Open Skies Act, you're going to have a bad pilot. You have pools, unfortunately, you have kids wander into the pool and they die of suffocation. Happens far too often in Arizona. You have peanuts, people could be eating alone in their home and they could choke to death. You get the point. Liberty,
not really,
has some costs.
What?
But yes, liberty is worth it. And I say that because we live under this delusion that somehow we can get gun deaths down to zero. So if you come from the premise that we're going to...
We'll give him one thing. He was not delusional. Yeah, we definitely could. We definitely did not get gun deaths down to zero.
...to have an armed citizenry, you're going to have a cost.
So, correct me if I'm wrong.
Charlie Kirk gave his life in service of the system he loved. Here's another great video. Shout out Majority Report for archiving all of this shit.
Speaking of giving people who are asking you questions in your program a fair shake. Now, look, when somebody calls into the show and says, hey, do you think that we should, outlaw people's ability to have children or disincentivize it, and also animals, which I'm not sure exactly how you disincentivize it with animals. Maybe you just spray the animals with some type of let's
skip you.
You ready? Yeah. You're brave. You're brave for what you say and the fact that you stand up there and say it, and I appreciate it. I think we all appreciate it, actually, because there's not a lot of people that have the balls to do it. But I want to ask you something a little bit out of the ordinary. So, prepare yourself. At this point, we're living under corporate and medical fascism. This is tyranny. When do we get to use the guns? No, and I'm not, that's not a joke. I'm not saying it like that. I mean, literally, where's the line? How many elections are they going to steal before we kill these people?
So, no, no, hold on. No, stop. Hold on. Now I'm going to denounce that. I'm going to tell you why. Because you're playing in.
Well, pause it for 1 second. Pause it for 1 second. Oh, it's the Exposing Critical Racism tour that he's on.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, so this is an example of a little bit of splash damage from Charlie Kirk's policies that he is promoting. Let's go and get a bit of an overview on this after we've been covering it for over an hour. Let's get an actual overview. Let's get video on AP graphic video. They were careful with the explicit imagery. Okay, don't need to see that.
Now in custody, but the investigation is ongoing. The president calling Kirk great and even legendary. Called a MAGA influencer, Kirk was a major supporter of President Trump and helped build his 2024 coalition with young people. The 31-year-old had a massive following, but was divisive at times, often leaning into thorny political issues with provocative commentary. At least 1,000 people reportedly signed a petition to try and stop him from speaking at the event today. Tonight, political leaders from both parties condemning the attack as America reels from another political...
Two security right there.
Assassination. We have team coverage across the country, and we begin with Liz Kreutz. And Liz, we have new information tonight just in about that shooter.
Yeah, Tom, that's right. FBI Director Kash Patel has just posted that the suspect in the shooting today is now in custody, while the governor of Utah has just said at a press conference they have a person of interest. This update coming after another horrific day of political violence in America.
Hundreds of people were there at Utah Valley University to see conservative activist Charlie Kirk, who had just thrown hats to the cheering crowd and posted on X, "We are so back," touting the first stop on what he called the American Comeback Tour. The 31-year-old conservative star who rallied young people behind President Trump. He just started talking there under that white tent, but witnesses say one shot rang out. The shooting was captured on video and is too disturbing to show. Immediately, crowds started running for cover.
We just heard an immediate pop. We're like, what's going on here? And then after that pop, we just saw him in his neck. We saw him fall backward.
I was the last one standing because I couldn't quite believe. I thought maybe it was a stunt. I'm still shaking, and I'm still crying.
Okay, obviously these people witness like a traumatic event, but still, this is quite literally what he is an advocate for. He's an advocate for people owning guns, and as a result of that, there are going to be gun deaths. This is his system working perfectly.
I'm still crying. I love Charlie Kirk. He's awesome. And I pray for him.
If you love him, you should let him go.
And his family.
Brendan says he was just 15 feet away. He says Kirk was answering
he's
audience
got the all-black MAGA hat. He's like a dark MAGA.
questions. He had just been asked about mass shootings when the shot was fired.
He was actually just talking about mass shootings too, which is crazy, with the trans shooting that just happened recently.
The trans shooting.
The trans shooter.
Yeah. Maybe this was another trans shooter. Yeah, let's keep saying it's all trans shootings.
And as soon as he got done answering the question, we heard a loud pop. He got hit in the left side of his neck.
He was not done answering the question. He was doing a non sequitur bullshit rhetorical response. The guy's like, "Do you know how many mass shootings there are?" And he's like, "Well, how many of them are?" He's like, "Gang related violence or non gang related violence?" I mean, okay, let's give it some time. Let's give it some time before we
and dropped. We all dropped. His security dragged him out of there, and we just ran. I was more angry, I would say, than terrified. You know,
why are all of these mega chuds angry that Charlie Kirk died? They're like, you're a golden boy. You're the man who represents us on the shining hill. And then he dies, and they're like, "Fuck you, Charlie. You were supposed to be the next president." It's actually like their idea, their representation of themselves that they see making strides, rubbing shoulders with some of the top conservatives in the country. They see him be fallible, and instead of being sad and being empathetic towards him, they're actually angry because their perfect image of Charlie Kirk has been shattered. It's really weird. Interesting insight into the conservative mindset.
And as soon as he got done answering the question, we heard a loud pop. He got hit in the left side of his neck and dropped. We all dropped. His security dragged him out of there, and we just ran. I was more angry, I would say, than terrified. You know, we hear all the time that we're the problem, we're the violent ones, we're the issue, and yet this is the second mass, shooting attempt on a political figure. First Donald Trump, now we have Charlie Kirk.
Kim had come to see Kirk with her daughter Bentley.
I mean, Melissa Hortman and her husband and dog literally got murdered in their house from a Nazi Christo-fascist assassin. I guess no one really cares about that. No one really cares about the top Democrat, an actual politician in the state of Minnesota, getting murdered in her house with her husband and dog, or a state senator in Minnesota, John Hoffman, also getting shot in the back along with his wife, where they literally had to shield their adult daughter and use their bodies to stop the bullets from hitting her. I guess no one really cares about them. But yeah, we're going to talk about the political shootings of Charlie Kirk and Donald Trump. By the way, all of those shootings on Donald Trump, which there were multiple of, were done by conservatives.
Scary because you don't know if it's real, if it's not.
Let's do a physiognomy test. Mega.
You just have to go with your gut and get out of there.
Former Congressman Jason Chavez was also there with his family.
People came out to hear the dialogue, the back and forth. Ask him anything. That's what Turning Point Charlie Kirk's all about. Ask him anything.
The Donald Trump's son was laughing about, all of these conservatives were laughing about Nancy Pelosi's husband, making up weird-ass stories saying that it was like a gay lover that had some kind of falling out with her husband, and so he attacked him with a hammer. Fucking laughing about that shit, dude.
In the midst of that, the shot rang out.
He says everyone started running and screaming.
And I just hope and pray that somehow, some way, he survives this.
But just before 5 this afternoon, President Trump posting the tragic news. The great and even legendary Charlie Kirk is dead. No.
By the way, so let's leave this tweet here for now. Donald Trump, Annunciation shooting tweet. Donald Trump reacts to Annunciation. Ooh, a reaction from Donald Trump. This is what he said. I have been fully briefed on the tragic shooting in Minneapolis, Minnesota. The FBI quickly responded and they are on the scene. The White House will continue to monitor this terrible situation. Please join me in praying for everyone involved. So we're praying for the people involved. It's a terrible situation. It's tragic. Nothing mentioned about any of the fucking kids. Not that it's like, oh, this shouldn't be happening in schools. Not that 2 kids were dead, people are injured. But when we have Charlie fucking Kirk here,
we're honored to be partnering with.
Oops, don't wanna. Okay. Where were we? When we have Charlie Kirk, where was our thing? NBC. Fuck. What tab was I? Wasn't this one? That's where we just were. I need to close some of these tabs. Here we can close. That one wasn't what we think. Oh, it was. It just restarted. Here, it's the great and even legendary Charlie Kirk is dead. No one understood the hearts of the youth in the U.S. better than Charlie. He was loved and admired by all, especially me. Melania, my sympathies go out to his beautiful wife. I mean, dude, look at the fucking difference between fucking kids getting shot and some guy who encouraged gun violence and was an advocate for people getting shot and killed as a result of people having guns.
Better than Charlie. He was loved and admired by all, especially me, and now he is no longer with us. Melania and my sympathies go out to his beautiful wife, Erica, and family.
Also, like, Trump has a hobby of trying to cuck his friends. I mean, is anyone else kind of getting that vibe from this tweet where he's like, his beautiful wife, Erica? Like, dude, we know you like to cuck your friends. Maybe leave the beautiful wife out of it. Or say, like, his beautiful family, his wife and kids.
Charlie, we love you. In the House, a moment of silence.
I'm just going to state the obvious here. This is detestable, what's happened. Political violence has become all too common in American society.
Did you... Well, hold on. Mike Johnson, Melissa Hortman. Let's see this. Mike Johnson, Melissa Hortman. Okay. He's on the verge of tears. What is this? We do have to protect the free marketplace of ideas, but at the same time, watch out for this madness escalating into violence. Actual threats, of course, have to be prosecuted to the full extent of the law. We can't criminalize every post and every heated remark of every dissenting view. We don't want a chilled expression. What was this? This was G7? Thanks for being such a gracious host. This event has gone far. We talked about the online violence and now the rising threat of physical violence, all the threats we face. Thank you for accommodating my request to switch the order of the two programs. Where did he say Melissa Hortman? So with regard to violence against legislators, it's a subject, sadly, that many of us are now developing an expertise in. It's one that weighs heavily on us all. Does he say your name? Okay, so sadly, these statistics comes with name and faces, some of whom you may recognize. I'm sure you heard of the Minnesota State's Speaker Emerita, Melissa Hortman, and her husband, who were gunned down and murdered in a targeted political attack. Okay, so he actually did talk about it, and this was during a G7 speech that he was making. Okay, we're not going to listen to the entire speech. Just remember that one fucking Republican that was like, oh yeah, this is a leftist radical that killed Melissa Hortman. That's who they was saying. Speaker Johnson released the following statement. They were condemning the attacks. Today, every House Republican and Democrat stood united in condemning the horrific politically motivated shootings in Minnesota. We pray for the Hortman family. Okay, thank God he actually mentioned that. Glad to be proven wrong there. Okay, where were we? Fucking video resets.
And this is not who we are. Political violence.
I don't know why Republicans and even Democrats say this is not who we are. This is quite literally what America is. Once again, we've been seeing a slowly, not really slow, I'd actually change that and say dramatic rise in political violence. Really, since Trump's first term, when he first emboldened white supremacist groups to walk out. There was a Charlottesville Nazi riot, countless other riots with white supremacist groups protesting and marching. He emboldened white supremacist groups so much that the Proud Boys committed political violence for him on January 6th. And then he got back into power and pardoned all of them. He is an advocate for political violence. That is what he is. The idea that this is not who we are as a country is simply putting your head in the sand.
Violence must be called out, and it has to stop.
The university says the gunman fired from a building 200 yards away. FBI Director Kash Patel saying they have a subject for the horrific shooting in custody, while Utah's governor described a person of interest.
We have a person of interest in custody that is being interviewed right now.
The only information we have on the suspect, the possible shooter, is taken from closed-circuit TV here on campus. We do have that. We're analyzing it, but it is security camera footage, so you can kind of guess what the quality of that is. But we do know dressed in all dark clothing, but we don't have a much better description.
But late tonight, the FBI director posting that person of interest has now been released. So many witnesses saying they saw no security at the event before the assassination.
There was no checkpoints, nothing to get in here. Everyone was just able to walk in here. I'm like, I have my backpack. I'm like, if I wanted to, I could just bring a gun with me.
Why are you saying that like it's a bad thing, bro? Like, that's exactly what Charlie Kirk wanted. Uh-oh, a blonde white lady? That's exactly Donald Trump's type. No wonder he called her beautiful.
Charlie Kirk survived by his wife and 2 young children. His organization, Turning Point USA, asking
at least they have the decency to keep their kids' faces out of the camera.
That everyone keep his family and loved ones in their prayers.
All right, Liz joins us now live. Liz, there in your report, you were talking about the lack of security. What more do we know about the event that was being hosted there on the college campus?
Well, Tom, this event happened around 12 p.m. local time, and it was open to both students and the public. And we heard witnesses say there was not a lot of security there, no checkpoints. It was all part.
I mean, I don't know why they're talking about the security. According to the university, he was shot from a building like 100 or 200 yards away. That wouldn't be within the security peripheral.
Part of Charlie Kirk's American Comeback Tour, where he was going to be going across the country to different college campuses, engaging with students on political issues. This was supposed to be the very start of that tour.
Yes. Anyway, it's very sad that Charlie Kirk died, because we're fucked. We're so fucked. Let's see. What did the Donald have to say?
No one understood or had the heart of the youth in the United States of America better than Charlie. He was loved and admired by all, especially me, and now he is no longer.
Especially me. Donald Trump, Charlie Kirk, especially me. Okay, what does Trump have to say? President Trump delivers remarks. Okay, here we go.
To my great fellow Americans, I am filled.
Damn, dude, only 136,000 views in 4 hours.
With grief and anger at the heinous assassination of Charlie Kirk on a college campus in Utah.
Bro, like, a bunch of kids get shot, and he's like, the FBI's on it. A conservative political commentator gets shot, and he's like, and all of the conservatives are like, I'm so angry.
Charlie inspired millions, and tonight, all who knew him and loved him are united.
This is very serious, guys.
In shock and horror. Charlie was a patriot who devoted his life to the cause of open debate and the country that he loved so much, the United States of America. He fought for liberty, democracy, justice, and the American people.
And he fought for gun deaths.
A martyr for truth and freedom, and there's never been anyone who was so respected by youth. Charlie was also a man of deep, deep faith, and we take comfort in the knowledge that he is now at peace with God in heaven. Our prayers are with his wife, Erica, the 2 young, beloved children, and his entire family.
Dude, this video was definitely touched up with AI. I mean, yeah, Trump looks like he's wearing filter after filter on top of the 10 layers of makeup that he's already has on.
Family who he loved more.
Dude, why does he keep mentioning Charlie's wife? Like, just say his family. Like, most people care about the kids first and foremost when a parent gets shot. Donald Trump is like insisted on mentioning Charlie's wife over and over again in every avenue he can.
Than heaven. Our prayers are with his wife, Erica, the 2 young, beloved children, and his entire family who he loved more than anything in the world. We ask God to watch over them in this terrible hour of heartache and pain. This is a dark moment for America. Charlie Kirk traveled the nation.
It's going to be, trust me. I mean, D.C. got invaded by the National Guards and Marines when Big Balls took like a kick to the ribs. What do you think Donald Trump's going to do now that his favorite channel to the youth got taken out?
Joyfully engaging with everyone interested in good faith debate. His mission was to bring young people.
Good faith debate? Charlie Kirk is the king of bad faith debate. What are you talking about, dude? He literally in his last moments of conscious thought on this earth, he did a bad faith non sequitur debate tactic to try to make the guy he was talking to just like rhetorically look bad. That's literally the last thing that came out of his mouth was, oh, well, are you talking about gang related violence or non? It's irrelevant, bro. It's gun violence in America. Just because it's people that you're insinuating are black doesn't mean that it's acceptable amount of violence. Holy shit. That's literally the last thing that came out of his mouth was a bad faith debate tactic.
People into the political process, which he did better than anybody ever, to share his love of country and to spread the simple words of common sense.
Okay, Frank, I'll let you make a deflected joke. I'm not going to go there.
On campuses nationwide, he championed his ideas with courage, logic, humor, and grace. It's a long past time for all Americans and the media to confront the fact that violence and murder are the tragic consequence of demonizing.
This video is like a fever dream. This is really creepy. Okay, so this is something that I really wanted to talk about. The shooter. My idea of this shooter is that he's a Nazi that thinks Charlie Kirk isn't Nazi enough. That's my idea of the shooter. However, the conservatives are already saying that it's the leftists and the liberals and the Dems that are responsible for the death of Charlie Kirk. This is going to be used to try to outlaw any kind of criticism of Trump or conservatives. When a leftist gets shot, when a Democrat gets shot or attacked, or a Nazi rally happens, the conservatives make fun of it. They justify it. They revel in the display of power that is used to kill these people. Or they say it's a leftist that's doing it. The groundwork has been laid for years now. Any kind of violence that happens, it's either justified or it's leftists that are doing it. It's just not going to be legal to criticize the Trump administration after this. Like, just watch it happen, man. Any kind of criticism of Donald Trump is going to be talked about as like a call to violence. They're already trying to get people, remember, what was it? It's like some senators like, yeah, we're bringing knives to a gunfight or something. We need to bring guns to a gunfight. And then they're like, he's calling for violence against conservatives. Like, it's gonna happen, man. We're already seeing Donald Trump basically like deputizing the Proud Boys by dramatically increasing ICE's budget, doing a hiring process where you're basically just getting the Proud Boys and giving them badges and then saying you have Trump's stamp of approval. Go into these liberal cities and wreak terror on these people. Like, what's to say now that, you know, we can already racially profile people based off of their perceived immigration status? What's to say now that it's like, if you're a perceived leftist or a communist or whatever, Donald Trump's ICE can't deport you, right? He could just be like, oh yeah, I'm passing an executive order. You need to be an anti-communist to stay in this country. Otherwise, you're not a citizen anymore. Like, there's really nothing to stop him from doing whatever he wants. So yeah, this is gonna be really bad. But let's listen to what this AI Trump has to say.
Those with whom you disagree day after day, year after year, in the most hateful and despicable way possible. For years, those on the radical left have compared wonderful Americans like Charlie to Nazis and the world's worst man.
It's going to be illegal to call a Nazi, which is what Charlie Kirk is, a Nazi.
Mass murderers and criminals. This kind of rhetoric is directly responsible for the terrorism that we're seeing in our country.
The rhetoric of correctly identifying Nazis in the Trump administration is responsible for the death of Charlie Kirk. So if you are doing violent rhetoric, once again, he has literally outlawed flag burning because he says it can incite violent actions. And a guy outside of the White House burned a flag. There was no incitement to violent actions, and he already got detained and arrested for it. So if he's banning that form of speech, why would he not also ban and criminalize speech that criticizes his administration on the basis that it will incite violence against people in his administration?
Today, and it must stop right now. My administration will.
It must stop right now. The calling of people around me Nazis.
Mass murderers and criminals. This kind of rhetoric is directly responsible for the terrorism that we're seeing in our country today, and it must stop right now. My administration.
Not the violence. The violence isn't going to stop, but the rhetoric of criticizing his administration must stop. Like, dude, the fact that he's not like, oh yeah, let's get guns off the street. The fact that he's not doing that, but rather saying that you can't criticize me is, I knew it was going to happen. I didn't think it would be this blatant and immediate. Holy shit, like, I don't know, guys. This, like, leftist YouTube channels might not survive this administration. Like, this isn't even a joke, man.
Administration will find each and every one of those who contributed to this atrocity and to other political violence, including.
Not the shooter. They're not talking about going after the shooter. They're talking about people that contributed to the atrocity of Charlie Kirk getting killed. Like, this is scary. Like, man. Yeah, you thought gun violence was bad? Wait until they use gun violence as a justification to go after their political opponents.
The organizations that fund it and support it, as well as those who go after our judges, law enforcement officials, and everyone else who brings order to our country. From the attack on my life in Butler, Pennsylvania last year, which killed a husband and father, to the attacks on ICE agents, to the vicious murder of a healthcare executive in the streets of New York, to the shooting of House Majority Leader Steve Scalise and 3 others. Radical left political violence.
Melissa Hortman? Hello?
Has hurt too many innocent people and
Bro, the dentures. This man is disgusting, man. His dentures are falling out. He's slurring every word.
Taken too many lives. Tonight, I ask all Americans to commit themselves to the American values for which Charlie Kirk lived and died. The values of...
No, literally, like, it's an AI image of his hands. It's fucking weird. It's really weird, man. It's like that fucking, like, orange face filter where they superimpose your face on an orange. But it's Trump on just, like, an image of his body where his hands don't look like the Crypt Keepers.
Free speech, citizenship, and innocent people, and taken too many lives. Tonight, I ask all Americans to commit themselves to the American values for which Charlie Kirk lived and died. The values of free speech.
You said calling him a Nazi, you're gonna crack down on it. That's definitionally free speech. You can say he's a Nazi, bro. Oh boy.
Citizenship, the rule of law, and the patriotic devotion and love of God. Charlie was...
Okay, we can't even pretend that we're not in a theocracy right now. He literally just said, I ask every American to commit themselves to the patriotic love of God. What are we doing? What are we doing, man?
Was the best of America, and the monster who attacked him was attacking our whole country. An assassin tried to silence him with a bullet, but he failed, because together we will ensure that his voice, his message, and his legacy will live on for countless generations to come. Today, because of this heinous act, Charlie's voice has become bigger and grander than ever before, and it's not even close. May God bless his memory, may God watch over his family, and may God bless the United States of America. Thank you.
Well, that was concerning. All fucking aspects of that were concerning. Wait, what? A young woman in Charlotte? Was this the woman that got stabbed on the subway? Anyway. Yeah, we're so fucked, man. We're cooked. We're really cooked. Like, this country was falling apart before. Okay. Oh, man. I do want to look up more conservatives talking about this. Who else? Who else is a good conservative to talk about? Ben Shapiro, he's boring. And just like random people. That's what I want to find. Twitter, Charlie Kirk. Let's see what we got. Hashtag Charlie Kirk. Search on X. I just don't want to see any TOS videos. Charlie Kirk. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk stuff. Frank Turek. Oh, that guy's a creep. Okay, here we go. Oh, the older millennial. Man, I love conservatives so much. Although I love them when they're not in power, threatening to you know, ruin the country and kill their political enemies.
He would have forgave you. You know, if Charlie had survived all those people talking shit and celebrating his death, he would have forgave you. You know, because that's the kind of person Charlie was. He's a better man than me, because my forgiveness and my...
Are you on the toilet right now? Are you recording this while you're taking a shit? Ironically, I don't even necessarily disagree with him. I don't think that he'd like... I mean, this is all crazy talk. This is crazy aspect to record a shit TikTok video of yourself. You're like, if the guy who got shot and killed survived, he'd forgive the people that were like celebrating his death. Weird thing to say. That's a weird angle to take it from. Like, it is true. This is the system that Charlie Kirk was defending, working the way he intended it to. So, yeah, I don't think he'd be too broken up about it if he survived. It'd be interesting to see a guy advocate for gun violence get shot and survive and see if that changes his worldview at all. That would have been interesting, but I guess we're going to have to wait and see for another example.
He would have forgave you. You know, because that's the kind of person Charlie was. He's a better man than me, because my forgiveness and my acceptance has fucking run its course. But Charlie...
What are you talking about? Who do you have to forgive? What kind of criticism are you getting, bro? You're no one. Shut the fuck up. Wipe your ass.
Would have forgave each and every one of you. You know, even those of you saying the most awful shit all over the internet. Commenting things on his wife's post about how happy you are that she doesn't have a husband. Talking shit about his kids. About how happy you are they don't have a father.
That's not talking shit about his kids, but okay.
Charlie would have forgave you. Because
he's Jesus Christ.
It's hard to do that. Now, the rest of us won't. Rest of us don't, at least I can speak for myself. I don't have it in my heart to forgive you. But the internet is forever. And believe me, I know quite a few people that are doing everything they can to hunt down the name of every single person who said that shit. And I hope they get each and every one of you. See, like I said, Charlie would have forgave you. Yeah, fuck that. I want to see.
As soon as a conservative is dead, they're like, you know all that vindictive evil shit he says? Actually, he's a great guy. He's a saint. He'd literally just do the Christly thing and turn the other cheek. As soon as someone isn't there to prove them wrong anymore, they're like, he was amazing. He was the best person ever. Woe befall those who criticize them. He's like, I'm gonna hunt you down for criticizing Charlie Kirk. He would have been nice, but I'm gonna actually fucking murder you.
Each and every one of you get everything you fucking deserve. But I just wanted...
What are you gonna do? Kill them? You're gonna kill them? What do you mean they're gonna get things they deserve? Oh no, Charlie Kirk died. Oh my god. He got killed in a way that he was defending the system that ended up taking his own life. Oh no.
You know that even though that's how I think.
Why does this guy remind me of one of the Veggie Tales cucumbers or like a zucchini?
That the man whose death you're cheering would have forgave you.
Okay. All right. Conservatives are hilarious. They're so good. Ed, this guy's, oh, we got a transformer. We have a transformer. Galvatron. Bro, you're literally naming yourself after an Autobot. Actually, he might be a Decepticon.
It has just been announced that Charlie Kirk has been pronounced dead. Liberal fucks, Looney Tune motherfuckers that's out there trying to prove something. They can't appreciate greatness. Bunch of fucking weirdos. Liberals are the only ones that incite violence and have been inciting violence the last decade.
Bro, what are you talking about? Liberals are the ones that incite violence. Charlie Kirk literally advocated for gun violence. What do you mean?
Why did y'all do this? Why?
Dude, we need to pass a law. No more recording videos of yourself in the car.
The man did not do anything but educate. Family man, 31 years old. The way you took him out.
Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? Was Joe Biden there with a sniper rifle? He was doing Dark Biden. He was doing Dark Brandon with the fucking aviators. What are you talking about, bro? Oh yeah, it's the liberals that incite gun violence and political violence all the time. Dude, Donald Trump, the first day he got into office, he pardoned everyone that explicitly did political violence for him when he lost the election on January 6th. Oh my God.
Then you got people on the internet right now jumping in joy because of this. You all disgust me. You disgust me.
Poor guy, he might lose his lunch. Okay, he's definitely a Decepticon. Okay, I know I said that car videos are bad, but this guy's name is literally Cruise Control, so he must be an expert at recording videos in his car.
This is the turning point.
Oh shit, his voice is actually kind of soothing.
Charlie Kirk was first and foremost a child of God, a father, and a husband. So my condolences go to his wife Erica and his beautiful children. But this message is going to shift a little bit. If you're out here sharing that close-up video of Charlie Kirk getting shot, the one with the blood gushing out of his neck, you're not reporting or informing. What you are is a sick, clout-chasing individual. A vulture.
Oh, give me a fucking break, dude. Your name is literally Cruise Control. You can't share like an uncensored video. Look at this. Oh, you retweeted some guy stabbing a woman on the bus. Oh my God. But if you retweet Charlie Kirk having blood spewing out of his neck on the fucking Nazi child porn site, which is Twitter, then that's too far. Oh my God. Go clutch your pearls in the back of your van or wherever the fuck you are.
Because you think it equals engagement. Let me be crystal clear. You are a part of the problem. If you're feeding the same violent culture that got us here in the first place to what happened today, you normalize it, you desensitize people to it, then you give them exactly what they want, attention. And you're just as bad as the ones celebrating that it happened. Charlie was laying there fighting for his life, his family terrified, his supporters shaken to their core, and you think that sharing that type of thing before his body was cold is content? That's a crime.
Okay, dude, you're getting a little graphic before his body was cold? Holy shit, maybe you should be a little more respectful.
I'm against human decency. If you're sharing that video, you're showing the world that you have no respect for life, no respect for his family, no respect for dignity, and no respect for basic humanity.
Okay, this is boring as hell. That's Do you have any spicy takes? Come on, man. Where's your rage? Where's your fire?
What happened to Charlie?
This fucking like bullshit NPR talking voice. Like this woman was awesome. Here we go.
Our Father in heaven, Lord, please protect us all. Protect us, Lord, for our freedom of speech, Lord. There is no way that you would allow us to be hurt here, Lord. Let us be servants for thy good. Lord, please protect Charlie and those he cares about, Lord. Please bless him with protection and sanctify him, Lord, the way that you sanctified all of us. Lord, protect all of us here that we may get home safe, that we may be servants and pillars of light to those around you, Lord. Please, Lord, help us all. In Jesus' name, we pray with all of our hearts, Lord. Amen. 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 Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, one more. This is...
That was the last bastion. I can't be a liberal no fucking more. You see the fucking comments? I hope the gun is okay. The same fucking people asking for moral decency. I cannot in good faith allow
you didn't have to choose the funniest comment out of all of the ones that are celebratory of Charlie Kirk. What do you mean you think the gun is okay? That's a fucking great liberal joke.
That was the last bastion. I can't be a liberal no fucking more. You
also, it's called the last straw, not the last bastion.
See the fucking comments? I hope the gun is okay. The same fucking people asking for moral decency. I cannot in good faith align myself with you guys anymore. I once had a headache. You'll be alright. Cause you don't agree with him politically? Okay. Whatever happens next, in retaliation, whoever did that shit, I hope they throw the whole fucking book at you. The whole fucking book at you. Why I did not agree with his views, when you put violence in the fucking middle of the equation, all this shit goes out the window. Everything that you stand for goes out the fucking window.
Like, I love how these conservatives are seeing a reaction online that's like, oh my god, another Nazi's dead. And then they're like, wow, someone shot Charlie Kirk. They should murder and like lynch the person that did it. But also murder and lynch the people that are celebrating it, that are like posting online. Oh, like rip bozo on Charlie Kirk's wife's post that she made, Erica, according to Donald Trump. Like, they're like, oh my god, let's start a civil war. That's what we're getting right now. We're getting like, oh, one person did this, but also blame all libs, blame all of the liberals, blame all of the Democrats. Yeah, this is great, man. This is a great type of energy to put out there to bring down the amount of violence. This guy claims that the people celebrating Charlie Kirk's death was the last straw of him being a liberal. Which is comical, by the way. That's very cute. I'm not a liberal anymore because some people were like, what is this? Some people were saying that Charlie Kirk, they were making light of his untimely demise. And then he's like, and all those people, you're gonna get fucking murdered. Like, beware of what's coming to you. He was scapegoating black people the moment he died. Oh my god, the ghost of Tim Pool. Where's my black beanie? Okay, let's listen to a few more. I do want to see Nick Fuentes' reaction to Charlie Kirk. Because my immediate thought is that this was a Nick Fuentes fan. Oh, Nicholas Fuentes.
Well, it's a good thing Charlie Kirk's daughter doesn't live in Gaza, because his daughter would have been fucking murdered. It's a good thing Charlie Kirk's daughter was born to a...
What? Dude, this was a Nick Fuentes fan that killed Charlie Kirk, I swear to God. Wait, his first thing is... Wait, this is in reaction to Charlie Kirk's death, right? According to this, Nick Fuentes' reaction on Charlie Kirk's death.
Well, it's a good thing Charlie Kirk's daughter doesn't live in Gaza, because his daughter would have been fucking murdered. It's a good thing Charlie Kirk's daughter was born to a rich man in America who lies for a living and is paid by billionaires to do it, and wasn't...
Bro, I swear to God, it's the fucking far-right Nazi shift, or, rift that Nick Fuentes has, like, inserted. Like, dude, I swear to Christ, Nick Fuentes, it's his audience that killed Charlie Kirk. I know Nick Fuentes has been, he's been, like, fracturing the Conservative Party because he's saying that Trump isn't Nazi enough, and he's doing kind of like the pro-Gaza from a Nazi standpoint. That's what he's doing. And Charlie Kirk is 100% down the Trump party line. But that's not far right enough for Nick Fuentes and his Nazi movement of gripers. What is this shit, dude? He's literally saying that he's like, oh, Charlie Kirk's daughter is lucky that she's born to a rich man in America that lies for a living.
Born in Gaza, because if...
Oh, it's old? Is it old? Okay, if it's old, like, well, I mean, I would be kind of surprised if it was current, but still, like, if I don't know, guys, tell me if this clip is fake, but even if this isn't a reaction to Charlie Kirk's death and it's an old clip of Nick Fuentes, it's still Nick criticizing Charlie Kirk.
Charlie Kirk, the family man, if him and his family were over there, if they were born in the wrong place at the wrong time, they would be getting shot in the back of the head for trying to get food and water while they were starving to death by the Israelis that they defend.
Okay, this music's too cringy to finish this.
Oh, look, his daughter's in the studio. She runs, oh, Daddy. She runs up and jumps onto his lap. And then 2 days later, he goes on his show and says, they're babies. Babies are being starved to death.
Anyway, so we know Nick Fuentes as like a Nazi audience and critical of Charlie Kirk here. Okay, let's turn to some other reactions of this. Yeah, it's definitely old. It's not an actual... Yeah, Nick doesn't actually care about Palestinians, but he is using it as a wedge tool to gain popularity in the conservative movement. Like, this is what conservatives do. They use guns, they use abortion, they use trans people, they use immigration as wedge policies, as like wedge issues to create meaningless fractures in American society and then run off of those. And like... Obviously, the answers are very easy, but they're meaningless. They're like fairly meaningless issues when it comes to actually serving capital. It's like, why does capital care if like immigration is stifled or there's a lot of immigration? Well, capital doesn't really care at the end of the day, because at the end of the day, they can always just lobby government to like get personal indentured servants, essentially, with like work visas to let them in. And like trans rights, they don't care if trans people play in middle school sports. Why the fuck would they care? So these are meaningless wedge issues that conservatives create, and then they run off of it. And that's what Nick Fuentes is doing within the conservative movement. It's like Trump isn't Nazi enough. Charlie Kirk is pro-Israel, and like children in Gaza are dying. His daughter isn't in Gaza, so she's lucky. Like, this is a lane that he's created for himself. And I don't think you have to look any further than that debate with Mehdi Hassan, where there's like a bunch of Christian fascists, and they're like, we don't even support Trump because he's not far right enough for us. Okay, let's just watch this really quick, and then we'll call. I think we already saw this.
His wife and children were in attendance, dude. Imagine... You know...
Kafia would have looked good on him, Kate, you're right.
Imagine being a 12-year-old, you know, watching your dad fucking die.
Water while they were starving to death by the Israel.
Nobody deserves that. Not even Charlie Kirk.
Okay, so what I don't want is for liberals to look at Charlie Kirk and break down and cry and be like, oh my God, his kids, his wife. What I do want them to do is liberals look at Charlie Kirk's death and say, this is the system that he was an advocate for, and this system leads to trauma and like massive gun death among children and just the rest of the population. Like, gun deaths are insane when it comes to school shooting and children being shot and killed. I don't want, like, look, Charlie Kirk died. That's horrible. I don't want the conversation to be about Charlie Kirk. I want the conversation to be about gun deaths in America and how to stop them. And fair play to Dean. He did bring it back to, we need to bring down gun violence, and like celebrating this doesn't end gun violence, which is true. But I mean, like, look, this clip is getting passed around. It's not the clip of him being like, we need to end gun violence in America, and we need to pass like background checks and ban assault rifles and get rid of bump stocks and get rid of silencers, all of this shit. So look, you can have this reaction. That's fine. That's not going to be my reaction, because I feel like he was an advocate of a system that led to children being shot, and that's what we should be talking about, the system that he was advocating for. For the comments here, bro, I'm not gonna gonna log into TikTok. Okay. Animals. Dean Withers. Let's see reaction here. 265 comments. It's a sad day for the country when this is the new norm. What? This is not the new norm. This has been the norm for years. What? This is the top comment on the H3H3 Productions subreddit. Oh boy. This is a normal human reaction to something so horrific. This goes beyond political lines. I think anyone who's celebrating this is sick. I mean, this is such a fucking stupid comment. Like, gun violence is a political issue. I hate to break it to people that are trying to be this enlightened centrist. Oh my God, like the left and the right are the same. No, gun violence is a political issue. Like it or not, it is. Any amount of playing both sides, any amount of playing both sides isn't going to change that. You know what? I'm actually kind of interested. Hassan, Charlie, kind of interested. Like 2 minutes of Hassan's reaction on this.
Trump announced his death. The great and even legendary Charlie Kirk is dead. No one. What the fuck is happening? Mike Lee. I am tracking the situation at Utah Valley University closely. Please join me in praying for Charlie Kirk and the students gathered there. How is this? How is it? Shots fired at Charlie Kirk event at Utah Valley University. Shots have been fired at Charlie Kirk event at Utah Valley. Now, obviously, we have no additional evidence or no news beyond the fact that firm whether or not this was a real incident in that regard. Because
where's the
just
Trump
like,
tweet?
I'm going to keep repeating. And even legendary Charlie Kirk all the time and say they will do to me.
What may it come to you next? Yeah.
Me all the fucking time, obviously, especially because it's Charlie Kirk, someone who I know.
Well, yeah, just guys, like Charlie Kirk was an advocate for getting rid of no-fault divorce. He was an advocate for women not having the right to vote. He was an advocate for women like not working in the workforce and going to college just so they could get a MRS degree, which is finding a husband. That's what he was an advocate for. He was a fucking piece of shit. And like, if I could snap my fingers, I wouldn't have him killed. I'd have him deplatformed and probably put in prison for advocating for people's rights to be taken away.
Personally, I'm not, fond of his worldview, obviously, but someone who I have debated in public settings on numerous occasions since 2015, and also someone who I was slated to debate at Dartmouth University 2 weeks from now. Do you understand? Trump announced his death. The great and even legendary Charlie Kirk is dead. No one understood or had the heart of the youth.
Watch the video live was really rough.
In the United States of America better than Charlie. He was.
I mean, I know this isn't good content that I'm giving to you guys, but this is just like my own personal curiosity.
Loved and admired by all, especially me, and now he's no longer with us. Melania, and my sympathies go out to his beautiful wife Erica and family. Charlie, we love you. That's it. Trump had to be the one to announce this. That's this is close to an official confirmation as you're going to get. He's dead.
I want to show you there was a moment of silence on the House floor in Washington for Charlie Kirk just moments ago. Bipartisan calls to calm this down, to bring the rhetoric down in this country. Again, there was a moment of silence that came.
Dude, by the way, right-wingers saying, oh, we got to tone down the rhetoric once again is an insane statement here, okay? It's like people who perhaps are most responsible for setting up an environment where violence and instability...
Okay, anyway, yeah, Hassan basically giving the same kind of take I am. Obviously, Hassan knew Charlie Kirk, so that might impact him a little bit more than myself. I don't believe in being parasocially sad about like a political figure getting eliminated by their own politics. Oh, Ethan Klein.
And well, like I said at the time, and people on the left were even criticizing me. They go, oh, Ethan was talking bad about Luigi. How much has he changed? That was my point. He went out and murdered this guy, right? What changed? Not a single fucking thing changed. That's not how we enact change. And so I wouldn't recommend watching the video, but for me, it
Bro, I'm sorry. Like, I can't take this man seriously. He literally ignores the deaths in Gaza that are happening every day, that are being perpetrated by the country he claims is like a beautiful and just and free country. Sure, they have a little bit of an issue with the Palestinians in Gaza, a little bit of an issue with the Palestinians on the West Bank, but the Palestinians in Israel proper, they live great lives. And of course, we can't fucking give the Palestinians in the West Bank or Gaza equal rights, because then they'd have an ethnic majority and they'd kill all of the Jews, because you know the fucking Arabs killed Jews. Give me a fucking break, dude. The one type of little bit of violence that's happening in America that you witness on your own FYP page, you ignore, or FYP, I guess, for you page, that triggers you. This just shows me how fucking ignored the atrocities happening in Gaza are in the Klein household. I mean, the fact that he's crying over this is triggering to me. It's actually just pissing me off so much. This guy's such a scumbag, man. He claims that he cares about the Palestinians. He claims that he's an advocate of them, and he goes against the genocide. And yet he's crying over this? You're crying over this, dude? Give me a break, man. Give me a fucking break.
Not how we enact change. And so I wouldn't recommend watching the video, but for me,
He cries when it affects him.
It's terrifying.
Dude, give me a break, man. You're crying not because Charlie Kirk got killed and blood squirted out of your neck and that shocked you down to his core, or that his wife is now a widow and his children are now fatherless, but you're crying because you think it's gonna happen to you. It's terrifying. Oh yeah, dude, yeah. Stay in your little hidey hole, man. Yeah. Did he cover... Did this guy cover the Annunciation school shooting at all? Did he do it? What do we got? What do we got? That happened like 2 weeks ago. IDUB situation got worse. Oh my God, 2 weeks ago. I was attacked in public again. Oh, you were attacked in public again. Sharing a most prized possession. Maybe we actually have him covering the Annunciation school shooting. Okay, 12 days ago. Let's see. Oops. Not going. No. Unsubscribe. No. Unsubscribe. What the fuck? No. Disgusting. Where's the transcript? Come on. Shooting. Nobody's. I want to start shooting up heroin. Okay, shooting up heroin. This was 12 days ago. Shooting ropes. So we're talking about drugs coming. Shooting up. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, nothing in there. Here was the I was attacked in public again. This guy, like, sends his kids to private school, right? Like, there's no way he puts them in public school. Shooting. Lots of Destiny follow-ups. We're shooting a VOD. Ooh, shooting. Why is everyone else shooting stars? Okay, wait. Shooting stars. Okay, nothing there. When did the Annunciation shooting happen? Annunciation school shooting. It was 2 weeks ago. It was August 27th. This was posted 12 days ago. August 29th. So this would be 2 days after. This would be probably when he did it on Friday. Or maybe, no, this happened literally on the 27th. Right? This episode came out on the 27th. This was the day of the school shooting. Oh, this was the 25th. So he didn't stream on the 27th? Was this on the 27th? Maybe he talked about it on the members only stream? Okay, this was on August 27th. Well, anyway, can't find it. Maybe he talked about it afterwards, 2 days later. So this was the 25th, not going to be there. Let's look it up. Okay,
all right, round 6.
Nope. No mention of it. Shooting ropes and shooting VODs. No school shooting. Let's just look up school.
That being said, grab popcorn, grab some drinks, put your feet up, quit your job, leave school.
Hit that mood.
Okay, leave school. This was 2 days after a school shooting, and the only mention of school is saying that you should do drugs. Hit that mood.
That being said, grab popcorn, grab some drinks, put your feet up, quit your job, leave school.
Hit that mood.
Mood, drugs.
Forget your kids at daycare.
Forget your kids.
Just forget everything. Drop everything.
And just dance.
Time to.
Okay, so no mention of the school shooting that happened 2 weeks ago, but he was besides himself and crying when a known fascist, misogynist, and an advocate of gun violence gets his neck blown out. Okay, Ethan, okay, because that could affect him. Okay. Oh, wait a second. He's actually posted a story about this. I don't remember him posting a story about the school shooting that happened 2 weeks ago. I am absolutely horrified by what happened to Charlie Kirk. He's scared for himself. The video is devastating. Anyone celebrating this should be deeply and forever shamed. Really, Ethan? Really? I'm scared for myself and my family. There has been a constant stream of death threats targeting me and others, coming directly from Twitch. I mean, I love how Ethan's first instinct is to quite literally do the exact same thing Donald Trump does, where it's criticizes the leftists, say that they're calling for the violence. There's a direct stream of death threats targeting me and others coming directly from Twitch.tv. This is the inevitable result of Twitch's continued endorsement for radical violent voices. I'm not saying anyone on Twitch influenced this directly, we don't know anything yet, but this is the type of political violence that very specific people have been encouraging. Mike from PA has been broadcasting consistent threats of violence for years without zero accountability from Twitch. Twitch ensures that this will continue to happen. I'm so sorry to Charlie's family and wife and his 1-year-old son. His family? Okay, you could just say his family. Ethan, Klein, bomb, NRA.
So there was a big protest outside the NRA meeting, which was good. Do we have any insight into what they're actually talking about there at the NRA meeting that's today in Texas? Someone should bomb that building.
Oh my god. Okay, so guys, this is really disturbing, right? Like Ethan Klein implying that it was the leftist voices on Twitch that caused the assassination of Charlie Kirk. That's a bold claim, right? Let's see what evidence there is of this. Well, let's see.
And his wife at the time, it was fucking.
Oh yeah, because it was all.
Say what? Sorry, I was slurping.
I said, is that why you hired me to fill that Lebanese hole in your heart?
Okay, let's skip this for now. Not gonna watch this. So,
yanked his mask off.
Assault.
So this is Ethan Klein advocating for violence against Nazis.
You know what we should have done if I was there? Get the photo ready, yank his mask. Photos with them.
I got really upset and frustrated to the point where I was.
So the context for this is Zach was walking down the street and he saw a guy dressed up as a Nazi.
There were a lot of cops around. That's all I'm going to say. But
oh wow! So there was, he would have done something, but there were a lot of cops around. I wonder what he would have done.
Really upset and frustrated to the point where I was. There were a lot of cops around. That's all I'm going to say. But I went up to the motherfucker and I called him out. And
What'd you say?
I said, you are disgusting. You are the problem. This is not right. How fucking dare you do this?
And what did he say?
He just stood there and just
coward bitch.
It's still bumming me out and bothering the shit out of me. I have a picture.
Yeah, I was actually.
You do?
Yeah, I was like, because West Hollywood is like.
I just connected the dots.
Jesus, you scared me.
Anti-Semitism. It's cute. It's funny. Do you think if someone was cruising around in a Klan's outfit that people would be like taking photos with them?
Well, he waited to Halloween so he could stealth it. But yeah.
Say what?
I said it was Halloween, so he was waiting to hide his.
I know. He was waiting. This was his moment.
Yeah.
But I feel like if somebody was cruising around in a Klansman outfit, they would get pretty quickly
But there was
ejected.
a line of people wanting
Ejected. That sounds like a threat of physical violence.
take a picture with this person.
That's fucking mad.
And I was so Chantal had to pull me away because I was ready to fucking beat the shit out of this motherfucker.
I wish I knew how to fight because I'd be, you know what I mean? I'd feel a lot more.
Well, this dude,
I'd be like, instead I'm like, hey, I just want to say.
This person was a short little piece of shit.
Oh, he was little.
It wouldn't have been a problem for me. I just didn't know if he had a knife or a gun.
You could have just yanked his mask off.
Assault random.
You know what we should have done if I was there?
So he would have beaten him up. He wanted to do physical violence against this person because of his political beliefs.
Get the photo ready. Yank the mask off. Let's see who is it.
I was thinking about doing that, but
how tall is Dan Clancy?
You
never know what crazy people might be. You don't want to mess
which
with
is what
anybody.
Chantal was saying, and she pulled me away. And
You never know. You never know. You don't want to do that.
Do you want to
very upset.
Show the photo?
Oh, you have
I sent it. I sent it.
Oh, you
to
sent it?
Oh shit. Okay, we have a photo.
Maybe they.
Dude, there's a gajillion ways to parody a Nazi.
For sure.
Disturbing. It was fucking like.
Look how he's standing up.
Like there was some dude, like.
Speaking out of turn, maybe people do walk around doing like extraordinarily racist. I mean, they do, right? And so maybe I'm just not as used to it as black people are. You know what I mean?
I've never seen anything like this.
I've never seen anything like this either.
But yeah, it really disturbed the shit out of me.
It's disgusting.
He's lucky that he didn't come across the wrong Israeli.
I mean,
yeah, he would have gotten violence if it was the wrong Israeli, right? Right, Ethan? And you're comfortable propagating that threat of violence against a Nazi on your show? Here's another example of Ethan Klein propagating threats of violence on his show.
This is giving
It's like
permission.
okay, so everything is on the table.
When they say step it up, we know where they are and we need to step it up. Protest isn't working, right? This is what happens when, Hassan refers to Jews as inbred, or he refers to all Zionists as
He also
Nazis.
Yes.
Well, now people think there's nothing you could do to a Nazi that would be out of pocket, right? Murder all Nazis, right? That's how evil.
So he says, according to his own political beliefs, there's nothing you could do to a Nazi that's out of pocket. You could murder all Nazis. That's what Ethan Klein's position on political violence is. If it's a Nazi, you better not come across the wrong person in the street because you'd get assaulted. He'd probably get ejected pretty quickly, right? You're calling me a Nazi. You're saying you want to murder me because there's nothing that is too far to do against a Nazi.
They are. So when they say, they're Nazis, this is giving permission.
Okay, so everything is on the table.
Everything's on the table.
Everything's on the table against Nazis.
And that's what's insane to me. That's what, from the beginning, which seemed obvious to me, that nobody wants to grapple with. Sam Cedar looked me in my fucking face and told me I'm causing anti-Semitism. You know what I mean?
Okay, anyway, so Ethan Klein has an established pattern of advocating violence against Nazis. I wonder what his thoughts on Charlie Kirk is. Well, here's Charlie Kirk's Turning Points USA. And this is what we have.
I've always been looking for not that,
but
not it. I mean, again, his mom is Jewish. These people. It is what you always feel. Anyway, here's Bannon doing a Nazi salute. And by the way, these people.
Oh wait, this isn't Turning Points USA. This is CPAC, an event that Charlie Kirk goes to.
Doing these Nazi salutes are always the ugliest, fucking disgusting,
the superior race
fucks.
Lizard people.
I gotta be
the only one.
So now he's saying that the conservatives are Nazis here.
He looks good here.
You're right.
It's like about that. That happened a long time ago. They can literally
Israelis the Nazi salute. They're like, no, canceling speeches from Bannon and conservatives in his orbit because of the Nazi salute. They're like, no. They're
Because
just,
of this?
Yeah, they're
Does
like,
this
no.
just happen?
Yeah, look it up. There was something significant that got canceled because of this.
Anyway, Bannon doing a Nazi salute. Here's Elon Musk.
Clearly, you need the validation so bad that you're anything in the you guys are much more comfortable with Nazis than I previously thought. There's their guy. You know? Yeah. Why? You're on Twitter. Dude, Elon Musk is actually a Nazi. And he's made like a safe space to perpetuate Nazi bullshit.
So Elon Musk, actually a Nazi. And here's Charlie Kirk defending Elon Musk.
Obviously, like...
Yeah.
And they're like, well, do it then. Do it. And he wouldn't do it.
Oh.
And they're like, just show me what... My heart goes out to you. And he does this. He goes, my heart goes out to you. And it's like,
Bro, that's not what he did.
That's not what he did at all.
That's not at all what he did, dude.
Then Rogan had that fucking Nazi fuck on.
Is Rogan like...
I guess.
Fucking like...
Show, but I felt...
Was like saluting or doing Nazi salute? Oh, Elon Musk was not doing the Nazi salute.
Oh, okay.
Did you do it? Yes, as I did it actually at USC. I said, my name was Elon Musk, and I love all of you in this crowd.
That is absolutely nowhere close.
That's not what he did. Everything about that's wrong.
Everything's computer.
That's a cop out, bro.
I just did it.
No, you didn't. Stop it.
Let's do it again.
Small face. Fuck.
Let's do it. I think it's a Nazi salute. Well, mirror with me. Hi, everybody. I'm so glad from the bottom of my heart you are here, and thank you all for...
Bro, what are you doing? That's not what he said. That's not what he did.
I can see
what,
you.
What are we doing?
I can see what you're
Stop
doing.
It.
Dude,
Stop it.
He got no Nazi street cred after that, bro.
Absolutely.
Bro.
Zero Nazi riz.
What are you doing?
At least don't try to argue this, because that's just stupid.
Yeah.
You could try to argue he did it by accident. He didn't think it was going to look like a Nazi salute. I don't know.
I feel like this is...
But like, this is just stupid.
Just go face off. Tell us you're a Nazi. Like,
Please.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, love, just go face off. Tell us you're a Nazi. And then Ethan says, please. So, what do we have here? We have a series of Ethan advocating for violence and murder against Nazis. And then you have Ethan calling Charlie Kirk a Nazi. What is the logical conclusion here? Why is he so broken up about Charlie Kirk getting murdered? He called him a Nazi. He was defending Nazis. There's countless images or instances of Ethan Klein calling Elon Musk a Nazi, and here you have Charlie Kirk defending Elon Musk. And now he got killed. This is exactly what Ethan was an advocate for. He's like, oh, if a Nazi comes across the wrong Israeli, he's gonna get ejected really hard. Oh wow, you call us a Nazi. That means you can do anything to us. Nothing's off the table. You can murder all Nazis, right? But now he has the fucking gall to say it's the leftists that are calling for violence when the conservatives are full of violence. And these libs like Ethan Klein, advocate for violence against people like Charlie Kirk. And now the violence did come against people like Charlie Kirk. Ethan clutches his pearls and says it was Mike from PA. Give me a fucking break, dude. Ethan says that Mike from PA is advocating for violence against Ethan because he said we have to use the stick, not the carrot, when it comes to treating Ethan Klein, when it comes to addressing his bullshit. That's literally a metaphor for either being critical or being sweet to try to get you to come over to your position. You can use a combination of being critical and being nice to someone. What the fuck, dude? You say that's an advocate of violence, but you don't say that advocating for the murder of all Nazis and then calling Charlie Kirk a Nazi point blank on your show is not an advocate of violence? This guy's such a fucking loser, man. And then he goes on and he cries because he thinks that he's going to be in this position. Because the fucking idiots in his subreddit are like, oh my god, this is the type of violence Hassan was advocating against Gila. Oh wow, the leftists want to murder Gila and Ethan Klein. Let's all cry. It's so fucking dumb. It's so stupid. Every time he sees an instance of gun violence in this country, he doesn't even realize it's just like a part of the system that he himself is out helping uphold. Why didn't you cover the Annunciation school shooting? Is it because you don't have your kids in public school? That you have them in a private school with like armed security guards? Is it because like you don't worry about that shit because you have armed security guards outside of your workplace? But now that you see a public figure get assassinated because he's like a political commentator, and you can recognize yourself in that situation, now you're all shaken up. He's just such a fucking scumbag, man. He cares about Israel because he's Israeli. He cares about Charlie Kirk getting shot because he's an internet celebrity just like himself. He doesn't care about Palestinians. He doesn't care about any of the children that get killed in school shootings. All he does is care about himself, man. Man. Depressing. Okay, let's watch a little bit of this. I'm gonna watch a little bit. I'm not watching that much.
Where you going, man? Where you going?
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the H3 podcast coming at you. It is September 10th, 2025. We are all suited up. Tom is here, looking good. Hila is here. Mrs. President.
Oh, look at that guy.
AB is suited up because
Oh, regarding Charlie Kirk.
Also, I want to say at the very top here is that what happened to Charlie Kirk this morning was horrific. I deeply
It's all about him, not Charlie. Yeah, he doesn't give a fuck about Charlie. He just can see himself getting killed because he thinks everyone wants to kill him.
condemn it in all possible terms. Anyone celebrating.
Just remember, Ethan, you advocated for violence against him. Like, this is directly what you advocate for. I don't know why you're so sad.
This in any way should be
forever. I'm sad because I'm against political violence. Unlike Nathaniel Klein, who says that there's nothing off the table when it comes to Nazis and says that Charlie Kirk is a Nazi, he should just go mask off and say that he's a Nazi. You know, if he knew how to fight, beware all Nazis.
Shamed. forever vilified. It's just horrible, and it's different, by the way, when you hear somebody was shot and then when there's a close-up video of it, which I saw the close-up video, and I was breathless. I mean, it was just horrifying. And this is someone who's in our space, right? And, you know, there are people making these types of death threats, right?
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's exactly the reason we haven't done live shows.
This is a total inevitability.
Yeah.
We don't know who shot. I think, is the gunman still at large? They thought it was some old dude, but now it seems like it
might be the old guy. It might.
Bro, I can't get over how bad Ethan looks. I mean, this year has aged him like 7 years. He does. I mean, watching some of these old videos of him, like, when was this? May 23? Just like 6 months ago. 5 months ago. It was 6 months ago. It looks like 90% better than what he does right now. Look at this, 10 months ago. He actually looks kind of healthy here. Look at this man. He looks like he's an alcoholic that's just off of his second divorce.
Not be
seems unclear at the moment.
Yeah.
I feel like an old guy doesn't make sense. Like, I don't know old people are engaged with Charlie Kirk that much.
That's his audience. His audience is old people. Like, sure, he debates college kids. They're not watching him on his YouTube, on his show. He has a radio show, dude. It's old people. He has a radio, like, Christian show where he laments about the lost Christianity in this country. Oh yeah, that's really speaking to young people.
But who knows? We'll find out. But the guy, he has 2 kids. He has a daughter and a 1-year-old son.
All right, you guys, this is just going to be so boring that I'm actually at like an interesting place in Elden Ring right now, so I'm going to fire it up.
And a wife.
A wife. And I'm against political violence in all forms, in any case, in any situation.
Except, remember, he's in favor of political violence against Charlie Kirk. That's what he's in favor of.
Situation, right? And someone who Charlie Kirk, who I'm deeply ideologically opposed to, is still a fucking, you know.
Doesn't matter.
Exactly. I mean, listen, if this is the world you want to live in, then this is not just going to affect Charlie Kirk. I know a lot of leftists.
What? If this is the world you want to live in, this is not going to affect Charlie Kirk? Is that what he said? He's a confusing man.
Ideologically opposed to is still a fucking,
Doesn't matter.
Exactly. I mean, listen, if this is the world you want to live in, then this is not just going to affect Charlie Kirk.
Oh, this is not just going to affect Charlie Kirk.
I know a lot of leftists, and probably a lot of leftists who are foaming at the mouth about me, are probably thinking that I'm just as bad as he is.
Mm-hmm.
And frankly, it's terrifying.
Yeah.
I'm not comfortable going outside. I'm scared.
He lasted a minute before bringing it back to himself. Wow, Charlie Kirk died. And a lot of leftists want to kill me the same way they wanted to kill Charlie Kirk. And I'm terrified of going outside. Oh, my God.
For myself and my family. And, when I say that, these guys like to laugh about it. And it's like, when does the laughter stop?
Stops when I stop watching you?
It's disturbing, and I know that none of you in our chat will be celebrating this or saying anything positive about it. I know you guys are on the same page.
Ethan, you literally advocated for the murder of all Nazis, and you called Charlie Kirk a Nazi.
Me, and don't give in to any desire to think this is a good thing.
Don't give in to any desire.
I know our chat is going to be respectful. I know you guys are the best. I mean, we know, man.
Ooh, gravity
But
stuff.
needless to say, but I'm going to say it anyway, we're not going to allow it. If anybody wants to make a joke about this,
No, they'll be permanently.
That will not be allowed.
Yeah.
So.
But I don't think you're going to see much activity like that. And
Ethan runs a tight ship around here.
This is also why when Luigi fucking assassinated this
Luigi, dude, come on, Ethan, come on. Why'd you have to say it like that?
And this is also why when Luigi fucking assassinated this CEO, I personally was one of the few people that was like, or on the left was like, this is unequivocally fucked up.
Yeah.
This is bad. This person is a murderer. This is political violence. And this is not something that we should ever celebrate. And you look back at the coverage of them, and everybody on the left is kind of like dabbing this dude up.
Thirsting for him flat out.
Oh my God, dude. Wow. Let's just remember when you were celebrating Yoav Gallant, who literally was in charge of orchestrating a genocide. Oh, but yeah, like Hassan making a joke about Luigi Mangioni's Italianness. That's too far. That's so fucked up from Hassan.
Thirsting for him, which is normal for murderers. So the thirsting thing is kind of its own separate, strange psychological phenomenon.
I've personally seen people having like a picture of him in their phone case.
Yeah.
Or ads, fake ads on Instagram.
I don't know.
So this is something that I've been against, obviously, and even in that case, I thought it was horrific. This is not, and well, like I said at the time, and people on the left were even criticizing me. They go, "Oh, Ethan was talking bad about Luigi." How much has he changed? That was my point. He went out and murdered this guy.
How much has he changed?
What changed?
Oh God, what the fuck? Thought I was safe to pause. Oh God, I'm gonna die. Hey, thank you for the 20 gifted subs. Thank you so much. How has Luigi Mangione changed? Well, yeah, like maybe he's been working out in prison. I don't. What the fuck are you talking about? You want him to go through a character arc? He's in jail right now, awaiting his trial. Everyone, thank HK044 for the 20 gifted subs. If you also want to be gifted a sub and you are not fortunate enough to get one, consider subscribing, becoming a channel member. It's only 99 cents a month, and I'll be bringing you guys more content, and it'll make me happy. And your name will be in green. Okay, let's continue. I'm not gonna like watch this for too much longer, guys. So if you want to head off, this is probably not even that important. I just needed an excuse to play Elden Ring. I did some good work and then I got teleported here. So I'm going to be exploring this little cavern area right now. Looks pretty cool. I don't know if these guys like are friendly or not. Anyway, let's continue. Yeah, it's pretty unwatchable.
Changed. Not a single fucking thing changed.
Wait, he's saying Luigi changed or the system changed?
This is something that I've been against, obviously, and even in that case, I thought it was horrific. This is not, and well, like I said at the time, and people on the left were even criticizing me. They go, "Oh, Ethan was talking bad about Luigi." How much has he changed? That was my point. He went out and murdered this guy,
has he changed
right?
the system?
What changed?
Got it.
Not a single fucking thing changed. That's not how we enact change. And so I wouldn't recommend watching the video, but for me, it
he is an emotional guy. He's very in touch with his feelings. Clearly doesn't give a fuck about Palestinians, and honestly, he probably gets some joy out of seeing the deaths of Palestinians because, once again, he says that if there's too many Palestinians, then the Jews are going to get pogromed. That's what he is a believer of, which is pretty fucked up. It's pretty fucked up to be like, oh my god, well, Arab nations attacked Israel, and it was Arab states that kicked Jews out of their countries when Israel was being founded. And now, like, of course, the Palestinians can't have equal rights as the Israelis. They can't have demographic equality as the Jewish Israelis. Of course, why is that an unreasonable request from Israelis? Oh, fuck, I'm so dead. I mean, yeah, he's just racist. All right, let's continue this. Oh my god, I'm so dead.
It's terrifying.
That was close. Like, dude, it's Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk is dead, right? And Ethan's first instinct is to just, like, cry to himself because he thinks he's gonna die. Oh my god, speaking of death.
It's such a terrifying moment for everybody, and to understand this is what we've come to. And
I mean, guys, let's just, like, be honest. Gun violence is insane in this country. But the fact is, Ethan Klein isn't targeting the real cause of gun violence, which is too many guns, and conservatives being completely okay with political violence. Once again, like, making fun of Melissa Hortman, blaming it on a radical leftist, making fun of Nancy Pelosi's husband getting attacked with a hammer, literally pardoning political violent criminals that try to do a fucking coup, and then deputizing white supremacist groups and giving them guns and badges so that they can do the bidding of our fascist president. And so, like, he fucking cries because it's he fucking cries because he thinks that it's leftists that are doing the violence in this country. It's just unbelievable. It really is. Like, how... Oh, God, fuck. Oh, wow, that was embarrassing. Alright, heal up. It's unbelievable how in his own little bubble he is, and how unaware he is of, like, anything else really going on in the world. Okay.
I can't help but think about the poor wife, you know?
And kids, yeah, we've all been scared. Some of us have been looking into getting our concealed license permit.
Yeah.
Bro, these people are so stupid. What do you mean you're looking at getting your concealed license? Oh, God, I'm fucked. Gun violence is the issue in this country. The more guns there are, the more likely you are to die. Charlie Kirk literally had like 7 security guards with guns surrounding him, and he still got fucking shot in the neck. What do you think you're going to do? How dumb are these people, man? If you have a gun in your house, that makes it more likely someone in your house is going to get shot. What scenario are you envisioning in your mind where owning a gun is somehow going to protect yourself? What are you gonna do? Some kind of like fucking Die Hard situation? Even in movies, the hero with the gun is like narrowly survives death multiple times, and he's supposed to be some kind of like skilled, trained marine that is suffering from PTSD, and then as a result has to fight his demons and these bad guys that are trying to kill him to silence him. What are you gonna do, bro? You work on a fucking podcast. God, I can't believe he said, I'm thinking about buying a gun.
But seeing it like that definitely made it more realistic and very scary.
I've avoided watching the video, but I heard Ethan's reaction when he saw it. I was like, I knew that was something you don't see every day.
I was brought to tears then because I don't know.
I saw the video when I was trying to look it up. I saw the uncensored video. I don't know, man. It didn't bring me to tears. Maybe I'm a psychopath. It's kind of gross and definitely gory. Like it's gore. I'm not a huge fan of gore, like in movies or real life or video games or anything like that. So, and not my cup of tea.
I don't think I need to explain it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But I hope people take this seriously.
Dude, you advocated for violence against Nazis, and then you called Charlie Kirk
anyway,
Nazi.
We got Boba.
Oh, wow. I hope everyone takes this seriously. Anyway, we got Boba. Okay. Yeah, good to see you're taking it seriously.
And shout out Boba, right?
Yeah. Makes everything better.
Okay.
Nate, not right now.
Nick, be respectful, man.
Come on, Nate. God.
All right, without further ado, let's shake that off. We have a big, fun episode planned. This is my favorite types of content to make, period, point blank. Period.
Yeah. Before this happened, right before the show, leading up to it, we were all like, today is our biggest party.
I was hyped.
It is a party today.
I was so hyped when I heard he's working on a video about his haters. I was like, this is going to be good. And it was...
Guys, this is so serious. I can't believe the state this country's coming into. Anyway, iDubbbz released a video saying that he's going after his haters, and I have Boba. Okay, man. And pick a mood. You're sad because Charlie Kirk got killed. Not sad enough to actually cover it. Or like do any kind of meaningful analysis of the situation. Fuck. I just got my ass handed to me.
Better, aka worse, than I even imagined. It couldn't. Have you watched it, Tom?
No, I'm excited.
Wow.
Tom was also beefing with Anissa. Anissa came for Gallia and Tom for some reason on Twitter.
And I'm glad she did. Because I got to show off my skills of shitting on people.
Oh my God.
Violated her. Actually,
Absolutely
let's start
amazing.
by looking at those.
Absolutely, let's go.
Your tweets, phenomenal.
I mean, you come at the king, you best not miss.
Yeah. They don't know about Tom.
They don't know about the wire.
That's what this is all about. They came for the king and missed, so they're coming for the crew.
This is when
Dude, the fact that these fuckers are quoting The Wire pisses me off so much. Have they even seen The Wire?
I always thought Tom should have a thing called the psych ward. You know, you enter the psych ward with Tom Ward, you know?
Yeah, I like that.
Psych ward, I like that. That's good.
And we entered it this week.
I like that a lot. So this all kind of kicked off yesterday when Anissa tweeted out, "Nothing creeps me out more than that new hire Gallia. Nothing creeps you out more." What is this obsession with trying to make everything seem like creepy or like sexually obsessed? It's like, girl, people just don't like you because you're a fucking piece of shit. You're obnoxious and you're just not charismatic. You're hateful. You're despicable. You're trying to take money from a charity. I mean, there are so many reasons.
Endless reasons.
Endless.
And you're an
I
online
know-
personality. Suck it up, Buttercup.
Yeah, a lot of those people.
Is that sexist? Not the Buttercup thing? You could say that to men too, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm trying to avoid. That's not.
Okay, so remember Galia made a slideshow of Hassan's sex life? And then Anissa tweets, also nothing creeps me out more than that new Atria hire, Galia or whatever her name is, talking so confidently about me, my husband, our financial situation, etc. You don't know us, you're wrong on everything, and it's cringe and creepy. Also, Tom's a stupid pussy. Okay, fair enough. Shot. No, you little... Okay, just get the runes. I'm trying to farm here.
I just want to make that clear. That was not.
I
like how
Go ahead,
Anissa
Galia. Sorry.
mentions that I'm the new hire.
Yes.
I've been here for almost 3 years.
Has it really been?
Yeah, it's my 3rd year here.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
New
That's
hire.
crazy.
I've been here before
Time
Tom,
goes
before
by.
Nate.
Yeah. Oh my
Yeah.
God, that's
New
crazy
hire.
actually.
So,
Crime
and
River,
then
Crime
Galia,
River.
or whatever her name is,
She knows.
I'm not sure. I just spelled it correctly, just to, I don't know. And then, yeah, girl, you're the dumbest bitch I've ever seen in
dumbest
my
bitch.
life. If you think you can just tweet something like this about a random person that you actually don't know anything about because you cannot do any research in your life, then just shut the fuck up.
Wow,
And just
getting
live
some
in
really
Edmonton
low quality
peacefully,
content today.
bake your little donuts every single day, feed your little baby Ian. He's about to eat solids. I'm so happy for him. Yeah, he's about to turn into solid food. I'm
She's
so happy for
introducing
Ian.
solids this week.
His teasing is almost over.
What is going on?
Yeah,
Why are
I
they
don't
saying
know what
he's
are you
baby?
doing with those tweets. You were supposed, I don't know, you were trying to hype up your amazing video that came out later or something else, but this is just pathetic, dumb, and then also like confidently talking about my husband or our financial situation. You are filming a podcast in a fucking basement with no equipment, with not a single light around, with not a single plug around you, because you don't have anything around you.
And their new big video, Ian starts it off by being like, yeah, ignore the back. And it's just like a bunch of planks of wood.
I'm working on it. I'm working on my setup. I'm
What
like,
have you
yeah,
been
I can see
doing,
that.
man?
I can see you're trying to do something there, but I don't know what that is. And we all know that you're selling your house. We all know about your financial situation.
Because they talk about it.
Against our
do we get out
will.
of here?
You're the one who's like posting a $20 cake for your birthday on your Twitter.
That was
And you
hilarious.
mentioned the date that you got it.
Fuck, how did we get out?
How many days it was past your birthday, what Ian did say to you, and then you call me creepy for knowing those details.
They changed it to a
Why the
compliment
fuck
battle?
did you say that in the first place? You were the one typing it in. Like, you're the one taking a photo of that cake. You're the one who posted it. I'm sorry that I know what cake it is, and it's $20. And like all the people know about that. So I don't know, what are you trying to do here?
So remember, do you guys remember a few weeks ago when Ethan was like, Hassan's bougie because he doesn't like frozen pizza, and he says he's pro-proletariat. I can't believe him. What an elitist, doesn't even like frozen pizza. And now they're shaming Anissa for buying a $20 cake, which, you know, let's just be honest, like $20 cake, that's a luxury. Like, not everyone can just spend an extra $20 on cake when that's like can be a meal, or a meal that would last multiple days or multiple meals. Like, that's, I don't know, man. I know that these guys are hypocrites, but you really, dude, a fucking cake you're criticizing people for?
Are you trying to, I don't know, gather up 5 of your fans against me? I think I can handle all 5 of them. I'm gonna be good. I don't know. It's just the dumbest shit. And like, I didn't reply because I don't use any like social platforms to reply on, and I really waited for this moment right now just to mention how fucking dumb you are.
Yeah.
Like, I just want you to know, because you are watching this and you're reading every
She's our
single
biggest
comment.
fan, dude.
Huge
And
fan.
she doesn't hide it.
Yes.
She's talking about like all the details. I was like, oh, she's a fan.
She's like, if you scroll down,
Ride or die.
she
Yeah.
posted a title
a
even
member,
before
probably.
we
Shout
went
out to the day
live. She
one.
was already in the comments. She was like already commenting on the title before we went live.
the hell do I get out
She's
of
there
this place?
every single
Hi,
day.
girl. You
She's
dumb
watching
fuck.
it,
You
and
loser.
I just don't know.
This is going to be.
Also, if I can add,
Of course. Please.
Galia, you're infinitely smarter than her, more successful than her,
More capable.
Smarter and more
sorry that she's
successful.
good at her job. Like her,
Bro, what the fuck is this show? It's literally just like, oh my god, people that don't like us are ugly and stupid and poor, and we're rich, hot, and cool.
knowing all the details, that's literally her job. That's not creepy. She's good at her job.
Creepy is like the most pathetic description for what it
And
is.
she does it every time, and I've seen a lot of people mention that she does it like almost Trump-esque, creepy Galia, just trying to do her
it's
shit.
snark brain.
And then
She
also,
takes all the snark narratives, right? And
she
then she
says
thinks,
that I'm scary and that like I'm creepy to her, and I'm the most creepy thing that ever happened to her ever. Girl, you just like posted a video about all of those snarkers who are talking about you, and I'm the creepiest one. Out of every single incel that you've ever mentioned, I'm the most creepy that you've ever met.
talked about her. I didn't even
And
know
then-
what she's talking about.
Yes, and I also wanted to mention that your dumb fuck
Die, you little
husband just
crustacean.
posted a video before that's called Why Are You Scared of Immigrants? And you are so fucking scared of me. That's the first thing you ever
Oh.
mentioned about me.
Somebody's scared of an
this
immigrant.
creepy immigrant is like up in my shit.
I'm getting
yes.
xenophobic vibes.
Clock her.
I'm an angry bitch.
Right?
Yeah,
Am I doing it right?
Yeah.
You're smarter, more capable,
more likable.
You've more
I have a
likable.
job.
You've overcome more in life. You have a job.
I have
You
a credit
managed
score,
to
I have a job.
escape a war against all odds.
Yeah, you-
Yeah.
Like Galia went through hell and back to be able to escape the war. Like she's infinitely more successful than you will ever be, Anissa.
And she escaped the war to come and shit on Anissa, and that is
Trying
her
to
right.
win this level so I can
Imagine
end the stream
like,
for you
what I
guys.
have to explain to my parents that I do for work. I talk to a dumb bitch on the internet who just messaged about me for no fucking reason. And that's why my work is right now. And I'm happy that it is. It's kind of like fun to do that. But
It's fun.
sometimes I
Man, even the women on this show are misogynist. Holy shit. I talked to a dumb bitch on the internet for my job. I actually have a job. My job is talking shit online. Congratulations. Oh god. You little fuck. Oh my god. Please, I really don't want to die. Okay, good. I didn't die. Okay, let's continue.
like wake up and I'm like, what is this world? Like, is this what internet is like?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The most adversary Anissa's faced is having
Adversary?
sex with Ian and smelling his breath at the same
Ew.
time.
That was a
Ethan.
tough day.
I mean,
Yeah, it's definitely
and to be
better, man.
fair, that is pretty. That might be as bad as
What the
fleeing a
fuck
war.
was
Yeah,
that?
it's definitely.
That is.
It might be.
At least you're free.
Yeah, and also he might have shit. His butthole might be dirty too.
What
Like,
the
having
fuck
sex
is
with
this
stinky
show?
Breath, dirty butthole free.
What are they saying?
Oh, brother.
And then they go, "Oh, he's obsessed with their sex life. It's creepy." Shut up. It's funny. Remember what that?
Oh my god. Ew. That's eliciting the same kind of reaction that the fucking Charlie Kirk video got from me. Why are you saying shit like that, bro? Oh, the worst part of her job is having sex with her husband. Are you fucking serious, man?
You're smelling my breath?
You're stinky. You smell.
I'm such an asshole.
You're a terrible cook.
No shit.
So anyway, thank you, Galia, for that.
Well, hold on real quick. The Galia trashing was, it was okay. Not as offensive to me, But why do I got to catch Tom's a stupid pussy in there? I mean, what is that?
No,
why
if the shoe
am I
fits.
getting
Tom,
shrapnel?
I saw a comment.
I don't-
You
out of
are what you
nowhere.
eat, Tom. You are what you eat.
I just.
Holy
I
shit,
love that because
Galia's
I'm like,
not
game
funny at
fucking
all.
on. Let's go.
She targeted the two.
What have I ever done?
Off-screen crew members.
Yeah.
She's like, and just so you know, I'm paying attention to everybody.
Well, that's good.
She continues, so I'll just start from the top. Nothing creeps you out more than the new hire Gallia, talking so confidently about me, my husband, our financial situation. You don't know us, you're wrong on everything, and it's cringe and creepy. Okay? Also, Tom's a stupid pussy. What?
I just started cracking up. I love this shit. I'm just messy and I just love it.
I'll continue. Yeah, I mean, this is, like I said, this for me is the Super Bowl.
Yeah, for me, this is fun.
Responding to Ian's videos now has become not just mine, but an internet pastime. It's actually phenomenal. It really is. This person says, surprised they have her commenting on you two. Thought she was hired as the Hassan, let's say, researcher. Okay. Honestly, she does a lot, including research, which, you know, we are doing a show here. And if you would believe it, we do, you know, research stuff, right? She said her talking about whether or not we are going to travel. I heard her saying we live in a basement. I'm sorry. Laugh my ass off. Who are you?
Anissa.
Someone that's watching your content that you're putting out publicly on the internet. Are you shocked that people are talking about you? You've been on the internet how long, and you're grasping at your pearls for people talking about you on the internet? People being mean on the internet? No way. That's basically the thrust of the entire video.
This is not what podcasts are.
Yeah, I'll show you what podcasting is.
Incoming.
She saw the headline of our previous podcast. Was this our Monday episode? My reputation started. How do I fix it? She says, hint, stop doing this. And it's a clip of me being so obsessed with iDubbbz and Anissa that I resort to doing something, I don't know.
Side note, I do love that name, though, Rusty Shackelford. I don't know, it just makes
That's
me
from
laugh.
King of the Hill.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, it's Dale's fake name.
Oh, strong.
Oh, fantastic. Good reference. Was that a soundbite?
No, but I'm going to pull it.
I can't say shit anymore, bro. Like, I legit can't.
You're so compromised. I really appreciate you laying at the altar, because Zach is really getting a second breath at life here.
Anytime I say anything, I look over and Zach's smiling at me. Like, he's so giddy anytime I talk.
And I told Nate, I'm like, look, if it gets to be too much, tell me, and I'll back off.
Yeah.
But he's being a really good sport about it.
I think it's funny.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I'm going to pull that.
That's because you have a great sense of humor.
Why can't I jump?
I think whenever Nate's talking, that's really up to, well, you yourself, Nate, to switch to yourself so I can see your mouth wording, making the word. And if you guys really want to get confusing, Zach, you can line it up with a clip and have Dan play
Oh my
the
God.
clip of him talking with the soundbite.
Bro, honestly, I don't know, man. I feel like Ethan should just retire. Like, if he's this scared of him getting killed because of his podcast, is it really worth it? You can't do anything else with your life. You're doing a podcast to the point where you think you're going to get assassinated in the street?
The dome.
You took some time, you meditated on it.
I did.
That's the difference, once again, between us and them.
Yes.
That's so
We know
funny.
how-
I thought it was a reply to this.
No, I didn't see any of that. So this is
Let
new.
me set you up.
Okay.
Tom is the most unlikable cast member on the H3 podcast, actually. She a fan.
Huge
She a
fan.
She a fan. She a fan. She has a tier list of likability of all crew members.
I wonder who's number one, though. If I'm the least likable, who's the
That
most?
was me, easily, right?
Not for Anissa.
No, but I'm the most unlikable.
Oh, I'm saying who's the most likable then?
Most likable, probably. Well, I would say AB, but
that ship is.
That's we have open hostility.
Yeah, there's no way.
Change, yeah.
This is so boring. AB statements. Anissa is live tweeting, setting the stage, responding to his Twitch stream. How many views does this have? This is okay. Okay. Worst iDubbbz and Anissa clips. Let's go.
It's psyched out.
That
I'm like,
might be
bro,
entertaining.
feels like I'm looking at a different person.
Well, I'm saying, if you ever feel tempted to feel bad for either of these vile, fucking disgusting, sorry excuses for friends and human beings, Just remember, just watch these videos. I have these clips.
Oh, sorry. I don't know why I copied the wrong
Yeah,
thing.
and by the way, this is actually maybe a positive development for iDubbbz and Anissa. Keemstar has sent them the official invite to join the lolcow universe.
Oh.
He's offered to give them their own show. No! I mean,
dude, timestamps, come on.
Here's one of the reasons. Just go back and watch these. This is the guy who made a video crying about people bullying him.
Did you send the skulls? What is your opinion on the skulls, and did you send them?
I didn't. I'm surprised they haven't pawned that gold tooth yet, considering their financial situation.
For sure.
I mean, they
couple $100.
I mean,
Incoming.
shit. It's time to melt that down, dude, and buy some cabbage.
To be fair, it probably smells like shit.
Oh man, that tooth is packing some fucking stank. But that's
Popeye?
okay. They're gonna smelt
What's
it.
the joke there?
Send the skulls. I don't know. I thought the skulls thing was kind of humorous to
do this
hear
more
that.
systematically.
Especially when I heard that they were like from skulls.com or some shit like.
Who gives a fuck about him saying that? That's the worst iDubbbz clip.
Killer. Actually, this guy started this shit. He started this shit by attempting to drop a nuclear bomb on me, and now he's crying and bitching and screaming about how they're being bullied and harassed. Bro.
Well, why is he in his underwear? That's very troubling. Is that like, is he putting a vibe out there?
It's creepy, sexual, fucking. It's obviously creepy and some weird, obsessed sexual fantasy.
I would say yes.
Of course, I don't believe that. That's literally what they say. So here is. So he teamed up with all my biggest detractors, right? People were saying,
Ethan, it's a creepy sexual fantasy that he has of me. His fucking lackey ass crew members like, yeah, totally. Like, I'd say yes for that. And then Ethan's like, well, I don't actually believe that. That's just what they say. Holy shit. All right, I'm gonna try one more time to beat this level, and then we're calling it.
heinous things about me and my family, and this is how he did it. By the way, look at this thumbnail. Charlie Kirk got shot? Oh, no way. Political violence? Oh, no way, dude. Get in here, guys. 200,000.
What, dude? That's literally a fan thumbnail of Hassan.
Viewers, oh my god.
He's mad. He's mad that Hassan was getting viewers.
It's officially been reported that he has passed away.
I saw it. I didn't want to mention it because watching that video,
yeah,
it was clear to anyone who saw that video that
yeah,
I'm trying not to think about it right now.
Aw, poor Ethan.
But
he's really sad.
Let's shit on people.
Yeah, exactly.
What are we here for?
Yeah, exactly.
To be fair, it probably smells like shit.
Already? What smells like shit?
That's from King of the Hill.
No, what? You just said that.
No, that's a Boomhauer line. Yeah.
Boomhauer said it smells like shit?
Yeah.
Is that what you mean?
You just couldn't really understand him because he's, you know.
To be fair, it probably smells like shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what Boomhauer said. Can we damn smell on shit?
Yeah.
I also quick shout out to Woofy. I'll tell him. Like,
shout out to Woofy.
Can you pull this real quick?
Doing the Lord's work.
He's on top of that shit. So
Shout
out to
Woofy.
him.
All right. So anyway, remember this. If you.
What's up, everybody? I'm Hassan Piker, and this is the Awesome Night Broadcast coming to you live.
Okay, like this was just a good produced video. Why are you showing this as the worst clips of iDubbbz? Going to skip this because it's stupid. I mean, we could watch it again, but
A good idea.
No, like
I don't know. I don't know.
This is your world. You guys, if you don't know, who's gonna know who that is?
He's a tiny political streamer who streams to like a few hundred people. Like, I don't know.
Well,
Although, ironically, he's more popular than Ian.
That's what I'm saying, right?
I guess I'm right.
Anyone? Just wake up.
Wake up.
Yeah. Funnily, Hassan's the only one still doing well out of this pick, and that's how it works. Hassan always floats to the top, and all you little pawn scum float to the bottom.
Wake up.
Wake up, Ethan.
That would be sync.
Not gonna do a react.
They would sink to the bottom. They wouldn't float to the bottom.
Yeah, scum floats on top, right?
Sorry to interrupt. Just needed to.
Yeah.
But even if
Good
they
point.
were,
Excellent. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. That's a good observation. Definitely.
I'm just trying to keep the facts straight.
No, listen.
Facts are facts.
We need to be factual today.
Oh my god.
Content yet, chat.
I'm the same. Nobody's telling you to wake up.
This is, by the way, laughing about the anti-Semitic fucking Sabra hummus panel while brandishing a sword with a swastika hilt. Anyway, you guys remember. So once again, just to drill into your brain before we go into absolutely eviscerating this guy.
That's a swastika.
That he fucking begged for this. He wanted this.
Good, because right now it doesn't seem like you're getting much help.
This is the
main
fight he
criticism that I was
chose.
seeing
Ethan,
online
sorry to
with
interrupt
my-
again.
Oh, here we go.
People in the chat have brought up a good point. Pond scum actually it floats on the surface.
Well, what if
That's
a
what I'm
rock?
saying.
Down.
Well, what if a rock picked up the pond?
It's just that you referred to them as the pond scum around Hassan, and then they sink to the bottom.
then
But
what
if it was
He would
pond
actually
scum,
be at the top
it
with
definitionally
Hassan.
would be at the surface. Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe he's the lily pad and they're the pond scum.
Oh
I
my
don't know.
god,
No,
fucking kill me. Dude, it's a bad joke. It's not, it doesn't get funnier when you deconstruct it. Holy shit. Okay. Okay, I'm done, man. Charlie Kirk's dead. Yeah, say goodbye to freedom of speech. It's going to be illegal to criticize Donald Trump now. That's sad. Charlie, yeah. Sad. It's sad, guys. Oh well. An advocate for gun violence got hoisted by his own petard. Unfortunate. Oh well. A new day in America tomorrow. Alright guys. I'm done, man. I'm done. I can't believe it. Like, dude, this show is just so shitty. Unless you're actually gonna talk about Israel and Palestine, I'm not covering him anymore. He's so fucking boring. Anyway, guys, I'll talk to you later. I hope everyone enjoyed this stream tonight. Have a good rest of your night. Stay safe, everyone. Avoid the brown shirt thugs that are right now just patrolling this country. It's legal to racially profile people. Yeah, fucking stay safe. Like, seriously, try talking to your neighbors. Try creating some kind of community in your area that you can rely upon, because this country's fucked. This country is really fucked. All right, everyone. Peace out. See ya.